Oh, every time. This always happens. Every start, I always forget that this is like right in the view. But, welcome everyone. I apologize for, why am I apologizing? I always feel like I have to start off apologizing. Is the chat active? Why is the restream chat not going up? But welcome everyone. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. Obviously this is our regular Tuesday stream schedule. I obviously usually don't get the opportunity to answer. Oh, I see why it's not working. For some odd reason, I am not logged in. Give me a second, guys. I gotta log in for some reason. I'm not logged in. And then I have to do the CAPTCHA thing, of course. Please try again. Let me do a little quick test, see if everything's running now. Looking like a god with the lighting? Seriously, dude. Alright, cool. Looks like I just did a test. It's working for Twitch, but not YouTube? Huh, why is YouTube not connected? Let me try.
What if
it's not working with YouTube for some weird reason. Discord, settings. Yeah, if I go to settings, it says the stream was deleted or has ended. Chat comments are unavailable on the main screen. What's up, all? So sorry about the delay. Right now I'm having issues for this main stream, but why am I having issues, man? Huh. Weird. Well, I mean, at least you guys are... No, the audio and video is fine. It's just on the main screen, it only shows the chat for Twitch, which I guess is fine. You guys are all on the side. But we'll just jump right into it for now. Don't want to cause any more delay. But welcome all, as always. If you aren't aware, I post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays are kind of the Q&A section. Usually I would post whatever the title was for Monday's video and then post it as today. But since we had to reschedule the upcoming break to this next Sunday, I ended up just going with the same video as I posted for the live stream. So I just decided I'd do it a little bit differently. So just a conversation piece, because I've had a lot of people ask me questions about potential price decrease in the near future for Brilliant Star, because obviously I'd mentioned we just got a reprint for it. So I should be receiving from my second distributor this week, and I just received some from my first distributor this week. Like on Monday. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much the price really goes down. From my experience, it hasn't been a ton that was sent to me, but usually there's never a ton sent to me. So it'll be really curious. I'll be really curious to see what it truly is going to look like in affecting the price. But hey, shout out to Derek, shout out to Juan, Tom, Dark Undaunted, John, Pika Pika, Ankush, and Yehovah. Shout out to all you guys for stopping by. But I'll start reading questions from the top. I don't think they will crash unless wave 3 is massive. I mean, that's, yeah, it'll really come down to how big this wave is going to be, so we'll see. So, but like the reason why I feel like it could be bigger than I thought, like than we think, is because I got allocated from my first distributor 10 booster boxes, right? It's not a lot. That's a small amount of booster boxes. But for Darkness Ablaze, I got allocated 19 Elite Trainer boxes, and you saw how much the price crashed. So my allocations, like, it's hard really to go off of them. You know what I mean? What are the odds in Evolving Skies to pull the Umbreon? Large. Like, I think the odds of like pulling an alternate art are 1 in every 2 boxes, and then on top of that as well, you're talking about like 30 alternate arts, 20 alternate arts, so then just multiply that by one another. But I remember someone said like 1 in 500 or something crazy like that. I really like Pokemon boxes and cards, but I can't afford one, and it's very hard to pull original cards in India. Hope someday I can win 1 box or booster pack. Yeah, I mean, just keep on commenting and liking, brother, and yeah, hopefully you will. I mean, we've had some people that have been around for a while, and they're just now finally starting to win. It's a bummer sometimes, you know, it just bad luck, but... when are they reprinting Evolving Skies? No confirmed date yet, Yehovah, but the expectation is hopefully we'll have it happen sometime this month or in the near months to come. Tom says, how many packs left for the break? I think we have we have 3 packs left altogether. So was waiting for someone else to ask standard when, yeah, right. I'm broke. The IRS took 7K from me. Holy crap, dude. You got absolutely wrecked. I'm so sorry, my guy. That's taxes for you. Well, so yeah, right, John. That's so funny. I'm sure we'll hear about reprints as soon as rumors come out. No need. Hi, Eli. I played my first order at your store a few days ago. Thanks for the amazing deal. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Seriously, it means a lot. So buy 500 booster boxes? Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, it's interesting. One thing I want to say, I don't know if you guys know anything about this. I have noticed in my most like recent videos, and I can't tell if it has anything to do with the name of the video, the titles. I can't tell if it has something to do with just the time of the month or whatever it may be. But I've just noticed that my last 2 videos, the engagement rate or the view count has been a lot lower than what I'm expected. So I was wondering if there was something to do with that. I know some, you know, college is, people are transitioning into finals, so that's potentially a possibility, but I don't know. It's kind of weird how my last 2 videos haven't done well, so I was just curious if you guys felt as if the content has been less adequate than normal, but I don't know. Just thought it was interesting because most of my videos usually get over the subscriber rate of what I usually have, so it's very rare for me to see that. But yeah, and it's one of those things too where it's like maybe it has to do with the fact of the matter there hasn't really been any major news in a while for, you know, Pokemon product or anything, but who knows. So just thought I might as well ask you guys. Oof, that's rough, Derek. Yeah, seriously, dude. Eli, am I the only one bearish on Go and bullish on AR? Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm like, well, I'm definitely bullish on Go, but I'm not bearish on AR in the, I don't know, man. That's a great question. We don't know the full set. I can't tell you, but probably. We're in for a treat this week. 3 Q&A sessions, including last Sunday. Hey, that is fair. Bought 5 sealed case of Evolving Skies last year for $95 each, keeping them sealed. Gave them up on pulling the Umbreon. Yeah, I feel that, dude. Pika says, I think other than the Pokemon Go, no new news. Yeah, I think that's kind of it, man. And usually, like, when I talk about, like, the market analysis, most people usually like it, but I can't tell if people are just like, okay, like, market crash video, like, we get it. But also the same exact time, like, I do think there's some new news in regards to that. I mean, you take a look at what's going on with the Fed, and you take a look at what's going on in general with just the overall general stock market and crypto market and everything. I think there is some things that need to be discussed in regards to correlation, but who knows? It's kind of interesting. It's probably just because trends change, but that's how it goes with keywords. Eli, you need to bring Eva's binder on live. Who's Eva's binder? I've never heard of Eva's binder. I'll check them out right now just to see who they are, but yeah, I've never heard of Eva's binder. It's so funny. You guys always tell me names of people that I've never heard of, and I'm like, all right, well, let's check them out. I see Eva's binder. This is Eva's binder. Okay, cool. Let's see what their video content looks like. Here, I can pull it up on the second screen if you guys want to take a look. So I'll actually have something to say. New Pokemon Go TCG products revealed. Or Pokemon. Okay. Is the Hidden Fates trainer box worth it? 5 Pokemon Steel product. It's so funny. It's always the top five videos are always the best performing ones. It's so funny how that works. Oh my god, she's got a whiteboard. That's hilarious. Yo, I wish I had a whiteboard. That'd be pretty sweet. I've always wanted to do whiteboard videos. I feel like my videos would be 3 trillion years long though if I did whiteboard videos. Oh, she's doing analytical breakdowns. Oh, that's so funny, dude. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'll definitely have to reach out to her. If she has social media, I'll definitely add her on that one. That's hilarious. Got my case of PC Pokemon Go ETBs on pre-order. From what we've seen, probably a good hold. I mean, from what we've seen so far, John, I would say so. What's up, Vegas? Thanks for stopping by, brother. She's another investment PokeTuber who's very data-driven. Yeah, dude, I saw the whiteboard and with freaking charts. That's the first thing that already got me going like, all right, I like this. I like this. Which set do you think Pokemon Go could be comparable to? We don't know officially yet, John, because it's hard to say. I want to say Shining Legends, but we don't know what the full set's going to look like. But that's, I would say, probably right now. It could be like a mix and match of like Shining Legends and like a Radiant collection. Brilliant Stars will go to 8580. I don't know if it'll go that low, Purple, but I definitely see it going down. Cheetah Live with NN and Pokenomics. Okay, right on. I'm waiting for Eli to get a whiteboard. Seriously, dude, I'd be down to get a whiteboard. That'd be pretty sweet. Get it in the budget. I've been watching her live with him on and off all morning. I can only take so much Pokenomics ego before my Derek. Eli needs the Patreon funding for the whiteboard. Yeah, right. Just everyone donate. Just so, I mean, how much is a whiteboard anyway? I'm just curious. How much? I mean, whiteboard buy. That's a man. Whiteboards are not cheap. Like one of the rollout whiteboards. Dang, they're not the cheapest because I obviously wouldn't be able to post it on a wall. So if I were to do a whiteboard and do exactly what she's doing, I would definitely need at least, I mean, we're talking at least 150. Damn, that's tough. I mean, you could probably go, oh my god, the 1.7 star review. Yeah, that's probably not it. Yeah, it would have to be a rolly whiteboard. Yeah, they're around 150. Dang, that's a bummer. I mean, I'll probably get one eventually. But it just depends. Like, obviously I could write it off as a business expense, but you got to ask yourself how much that's going to really, like, affect the content change. You know what I mean? I mean, who knows? People will prefer me with a whiteboard. It's possible. Let me get the call, yo. I don't know what that means. Jargon felt the seam. Eva handled it like a champ. I'll have to watch that one. Bro, I promise it's gonna get their trust. Hey, if it does, I'd be pretty stoked. Eva's binder is going to get spammed on her next video Pokemon USA sent me. Hey, yo, if that happens, dude, I'll be totally down. What's her most recent video? She said, should you buy? See, and that's the thing, man, is this video has performed much better than my video, so I wonder if she's doing anything differently in regards to here. I want to take a listen myself.
And let's talk about Pokemon today. We're going to be talking about the newest set, and I don't mean Astral Radiance, I mean the one after that, because we're getting a lot of set reveals. We've all been hearing about the Pokemon Go set for a while, but we finally gotten some more details, so I feel more comfortable talking about it and maybe giving my personal opinion on this. So, of course, you know, do with this information what you will. This is more my opinion and how I feel about these products. So really, you shouldn't, you know, not buy something you want to buy if I say emphasis on usually, and they just typically end up being more desirable in the long run. So first, let's talk about some of the least exciting products, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we know is in the set later on. So let's start off with what is generally the worst category of products to come out. These are going to be anything that is wrapped in metal or plastic, basically. So that is going to be the mini tins, the Pokeball tins, and the regular Pokemon Go tins.
Yo, literally all you guys are just commenting in her comment section right now. That's so funny. Yeah, go spam her next video. Go spam her, dude. That's the next video. That's so funny. Yo, what's up, John? Thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate you as always, my guy. Seriously, thank you so much. What was I gonna say? Pika, I'm about 30 minutes into the video and it's painful. I can't imagine how much worse it gets. Really? Is it that bad? I'll have to watch. You like get an overhead projector? That throwback? Yeah, right. That's so funny. Have Brilliant Stars reprinted booster box has been hitting the market? Polaris, as far as I know, they should start hitting the market within the next couple of days. I know I literally just received mine. Like on Monday, so I would assume for some people they will be, and then my other distributor is going to be shipping them out to me on Wednesday, so more than likely it's going to be sometime like within the next couple of days, and then you'll see more of it hit the market this weekend or early next week is what I would probably say. Polaris, Derek, yeah, I can see why Eli and Northwoods felt underheard in their lives. The only reason why I felt unheard in the live is just mainly because I think when you have 4 people in a live stream all talking amongst each other, it's really hard because especially when one of them's the interviewer, and like obviously it's his stream and he gets to do it however he wants, and I'm very appreciative of being able to go on his stream. But I just obviously would do it a little differently in the way I like you do things, right? Because it feels hectic. It feels hectic to say the least. And I think this is fair feedback to say. Like obviously when it comes to my last 2 ones, I had Northwoods on and then I had Nostalgianomics on. And it was just a one-on-one interview. And I like it that way because you really get to become intimate with the other person in regards to fully asking the questions and then continue to ask. If you want to give pushback, you can give pushback. Of course, it's not something that's fully needed if you're on limited time. You'll let something slide. Or if you don't want to, you're like, hold on, I want to give pushback to that, play devil's advocate, you can. But when you, as the interviewer, are spending a lot of the time not really getting to interview the individual and you're spending most of your time giving pushback or your personal opinion, I feel like it becomes really difficult because you're already having to juggle through 3 guests and trying to hear their perspective, but then also you're inputting a lot of your perspective, which makes it really tough, right? And the way in which the roundtable went too, there were certain times where we wouldn't have enough time for everyone to get their opinion in on something. And so it really felt like you just were like, I remember the first question that was asked was, what are you investing in right now? Everyone got asked that question except for me. And by the time it got to me, I was the first person to give my opinion on the next question, but I never heard the last one. And that was like it for Northwoods and Nostalgianomics as well. They also had the same thing happen to them. So it wasn't exclusively me, right? So it's one of those things where feeling like you don't get to answer every question because you're going to get missed because of time, and then feeling like there's like so much hectic chaos of people wanting to like speak over one another because of just like there's so many of us. It makes it really difficult. You know what I mean? Like I can see if you're an interviewer wanting to come in having 2 people and not 3, or if you're an interviewer not giving your perspective and you're having 3 people, but when you're giving so much input and spending so much time talking, like I feel like more than 3 is pushing it, and 3 itself is already pushing it. So that's just how I would say I personally think about it, but I'll definitely have to check it out. So it seems like there's been a lot of criticism on it, but Tic Tac says, yo, what did you miss? Just the general chit chat. Obviously talked a little bit about Brilliant Star, hoping to see what the prices are going to look like. People are telling me I need to have Eva's binder on, so definitely would be a good suggestion. I would say so. I'll definitely reach out to her. Yeah, reach out to some high schools for some whiteboards. I mean, do you think they probably do discounts, you think? John Doe says for Eli's whiteboard fund. I appreciate that. Do you buy high-end singles? Purple says. I do not buy high-end singles, typically speaking. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really buy high-end singles. I can't really say much. He has a bunch of disciples that bleed for him. I appreciate that, Derek. Oh, wait, no, you're talking about, I thought you were talking about for me. You're talking about, yes, I see who you're saying. I see what you mean. I mean, I've been following him for a while. I enjoy some of his content, but of course, people enjoy some of my content and dislike some of my content. It changes. I mean, my last 2 videos are a perfect indicator of that. Like, she made a video about Pokemon Go TCG product revealed, 2,800 views. Mine's only gotten 2,100. Now, whether it be because my content is less than of hers, or whether it be because I just titled it wrong, you know, sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. And so in regards to, you know, some people liking other people's content, it's all in the perspective of the individual. So some people just like the way he does it, you know. That's just how I like to look at it. So to each their own. You need to use your hands more, bro. Dude, if you look at like obviously you're only seeing my upper body, but if you see like the lower part of me, a lot of the times I'm moving my hands and you only see my fingers, or it's like under the table. It's so funny. Oh my god, he loves having guests on and just talks. iMixer says Cap mini tins are great. Who said mini tins were bad? What mini tins are you referencing? Sup guys, during like, what's up, Hash Ketchum? How we doing? Pokenomics live with Basic Trainer and Pika was so painful. He completely dominated the live, never let Basic or Pika talk. It was so funny because I was talking to Nostalgianomics and he was saying there's a whole bunch of drama about it because he was giving pushback. What was he giving pushback to? Oh my god, I remember him giving pushback in regards to something. I'm kind of trying to remember, but how am I forgetting, man? Oh god, this is upsetting. He was giving pushback to something, and he was like calling him out for it. But how much are B-Stars booster boxes hitting the market for? Well, I obviously have been selling mine for $130. I'll have more that I'll add to the site soon. Probably like a case or so's worth. So not like a crazy amount, but let me get in the live, bro. I vote for B in the next live. Yeah, B wants to be in the next live. You need to talk to more community members. What do you mean by that, Purple? Yeah, I think it's better with one other person. Yeah, it's just hard, man. 1 to 2, I think, is max. If you're being, but I just do things differently when I interview. I watched a live with PK, Rev, Rattle, and Cool Trainer, and that was very balanced. One person wasn't. I watched that exact live, Derek. I remember that one, and it was because he was doing more interview-based like questioning and giving pushback if there was something to give pushback about. But the thing is, Rev's not like an opinion person, right? Like Rev is like, here, let me tell you my life story. This is where I am in the Pokemon, and this is what got me into it. He's not like, I have an investment take. Like Rev's whole thing is, I love Pokemon. I'm giving you Pokemon content. Here is my origin story, and here's where I am now and where I am now. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing is Rev. You don't have that like opinion-based thing when you have like guests like him on versus someone like a me, or like someone like Nostalgianomics or Pokenomics. Like that, it's completely different, obviously. I think the approach to play devil's advocate was not played out in the best way. There are nicer ways to present. I see what you're saying. Do you think the big 3 new and shiny Pokemon Go will be full arts? Oh, that's a great question, Yang Power. I don't know, and I wish I could answer that, but I would have reason to believe possibly not, considering they are Radiance. So unless they were to have like Radiant baby shiny variations and then have full arts, it's possible, but who knows? I wouldn't say it's because there's less criticisms on the same page. I mean, PokeRev is just not an opinion-based YouTuber. Here's what you need to forget about this. YouTubers have collectors and lovers of Pokemon. Some of them do, yeah. Other than Pokemon's, how's everything else going on in your life? I would say it's going well. I mean, I appreciate you asking that, Tom. I mean, just, other than Pokemon, it's volleyball and girlfriend. That's kind of it. That's kind of my life right now. So, but I definitely appreciate you asking. I know my life's not, I mean, it's like a cool life when you really look at like what I do, but when I break it down, or when I just say like face value what I do, it's not super exciting. But I'm just training volleyball. That's kind of it, man. I'm excited for Arizona. That's one thing I'll do. I would bleed for you, Eli. I appreciate you, Derek. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. I think you get a projector and make PowerPoints. Bro, could you imagine if I made PowerPoint presentations and I just got like a ruler and I'm just like, here's the facts, ladies and gentlemen. That would be actually sick. You know what I do have? I have a green screen. Why don't I use a green screen? But that would be a background. You can't really green screen on a like whiteboard on a green screen. That'd be cool if you could. But I should start implementing my green screen more. I bought it a long time ago and I've yet to use it. I should really start to look into that. And then Eva's Binders doing well, starting up their channel. Yeah, no, they have been. I mean, I don't know how long Eva's been around for.
Hey
we
guys,
can look
I'm
at
Ava, and
we can look at when she last posted, but her first posted video. If we take a look, oldest, she posted 8 months ago. I mean, she's been doing strong since the very beginning. I obviously had a little bit of a slower start, but to be fair, I didn't know the algorithm game that well. But Nostalgianomics has really started to take off too. His channel's been doing really strong. It's so funny. We all are basically posting a very similar content. We're just like having our takes on it or our approach in how we explain things. Can you invest in Pokemon cards like an ETF? Yo, that's so funny. I love that. I love the time. Obviously, it was one of her less viewed videos, which, I mean, it makes sense because of the title, but I still love that. I mean, that's just how I am, though. I'm into that kind of investment aspect. Eli doesn't have hands or legs. That's why we never see him. Yeah, right? It's all an illusion. Eli plays volleyball with no legs or arms. Yeah. Can you imagine? That'd be impressive. Bought some singles from Cosmic Eclipse. Do you think Piplup and Turkle Trainer cards appear faded due to the hollow for anyone? I can't say personally I've seen that. Hey, what's up, Northwoods? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you. Any recommendations on the best place to buy Brilliant Star booster box cases? Prices seem to be all. It's hard to say, man. Obviously, I made a video Hashcatcher not that long ago about my top 5 like places outside of myself where to buy that I usually would say that you can find the cheapest prices, but yeah, it can definitely be all over the place on eBay, and it can be all over the place on TCG Player and some other websites, but that's kind of what I would say. Pokenomics should have had a new guest on as an individual, makes it easier. Yeah, I think that'd be cool to see him do that. The price gouging, bro, in reference to what, B? Andrew in the hizzle, heck yeah, baby. John agreed. I hope the Radiant cards aren't ruined by yellow borders on the English cards. I'm curious that the Radiant cards in AR will look like. Ooh, I see what you're saying on that. Yeah, yellow borders. I think it would be nice if they did something a little different. But Cool Ryan presents himself as a totally opposite to Pokerev, and they're best friends. Really? In what regards? Professor Eli has a nice ring to it. Yeah, you think so? Cool Trainer is gonna get demonetized. I've been watching some of his content. He's got a lot of older products, so it's always nice to like watch that, because there's not too often you see Diamond and Pearl Era and Black and White Era product get opened. So that's why I want to start doing shorts, because I have so much of it I've been recently opening, and I want to add that content because I feel like there's a lack of it. He still can only handle ripping packs for the biggest hitters. Otherwise, he's drinking more apple juice. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, he especially if you look at his most recent videos. That's so true. The couple other people I know that have distributors said they're not getting much Brilliant Star at all. Do you think the price is even going to correct? Starting to think we will not see sub 120. That's a great question, Vegas. Honestly, in regards to answering that question, that's a great question, Vegas. It's something I've thought about, no doubt in my mind. I've thought about it, saying to myself, okay, do we think that... And here's the hard thing, Vegas. I don't know how many times I've said to myself, I only got a small amount, therefore, based off of what my allocations are telling me, it's more than likely not going to affect the price. If I went off of that, like I said before, with Darkness Ablaze ETBs, I got 19 Darkness Ablaze ETBs. That's not a lot of ETBs. Price corrected all the way down to $30. Like, it's crazy how much that's dropped. Vivid Voltage, I got about 24. That's not a ton, right? Obviously, I recently sold 10 cases, but that was because my distributor, and here's the fun part, guys. Here is the fun part. My distributor allocated me 24, and then they said that for those 24, I was only paying $26 for those 24. Then they said if I want to buy more, I can buy more at $30. So they premium upcharged, held the product, and then started to raise the price on it. So you could potentially see a lot of people getting allocated like a small amount of Brilliant Stars, and then distributors are like, yeah, we're going to start charging like $110, $120 for a Brilliant Star booster box because we know the market price is $140. I could totally see something like that happen. Honestly, if that were something to happen, it'd probably be shown sometime by Friday, because that's when they announced the new weekly the new weekly specials. And here, I'll show you guys a perfect example because this is actually, I'm allowed to show this legally. So Magazine Exchange, they have a weekly specials page. This is open to the public for anyone to see. But yeah, this is how much they're charging for Vivid Voltage. You can see that transparently. If they were to have listed like what they were going to be charging for individual Brilliant Stars, then it would also be listed here, but it's currently not. But yeah, no. And another thing that's really fun, if you guys want to also see some of the other things they're charging for, is it doesn't show the price. Dang, I wish it showed the price, but I can't shoot you guys that. That's too much. Hey, what's up, James? But yeah, no, it's possible, Vegas, but honestly, how my prediction is going to be is I would be stunned actually if this Friday we didn't see on my distributors page them selling them to us for 110, 120. I'd be stunned if they didn't do that. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if the prices weren't really starting to correct until about a week or two. However, if they don't correct at all, then that's definitely going to be raising some concern because the Pokemon Company has done literally nothing in the past couple of months in regards to booster boxes, like nothing, and it's definitely concerning me. But what's up, James S? His F-bombs are going to get fly. Yeah, right. YouTube wants gentlemen like Eli. Yeah, I know. I don't think you guys have ever heard me say the F word, and it's the funniest thing too, because if you like see me in real life, like I swear so much, and my girlfriend is like, why do you swear so much? If we have kids, are you gonna swear that much? And I'm like, have you seen my YouTube videos? I don't swear at all. It's like I can control myself. Random question. Will Pokemon ever change the look of the back of English cards? Ooh, that's a good question, John. I mean, obviously, it's a fun question for sure. I couldn't tell you. It's obviously all speculation. They can always do whatever they want. That'd be cool if they did like a special set where they change the backs. But who knows? Okay, see you guys. Remember, most people out here scamming. I wouldn't say most people out here. I've dealt with a lot of purchase recently, and I haven't been scammed once. I've been pretty lucky. I've been scammed before, but trust me, I've been doing well. Why do Japanese cards look better than English? Because Japanese take a higher, what's the word I'm looking for? They just take more pride in their quality. That's what I would say. Have other game stores tried to sponsor you? The only people that have tried to sponsor me is Polkadata.io. They've reached out to me about sponsorship. We haven't done anything just because I already promote their content so much for free because I do enjoy using their website. I haven't officially discussed with them like a full-on sponsorship deal, but I haven't had any game stores that have reached out to me, so I could potentially do that. I mean, I've got some local game stores in the area that they'd probably get a boost in sales, but the problem is, of course, I'm only gonna sponsor someone that I believe in and I do think is offering a value in regards to product or content. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a sellout like that. Like, obviously I make jokes about being a sellout because I want to obviously increase I obviously want to increase the amount of content I'm producing for you guys and make you guys happy. And if I make money off of monetization, that's great because I'm a business at the end of the day, but I'm not a sellout shill in the way of which I'm just going to promote anyone. You know what I mean? Like when you guys recommend, for example, like Eva's binders, like someone like her, right? Like I haven't in-depth gone to her content, but just looking on the full screen, looking at her content, it looks like something that's very similar to the style in which I would approach things, something enjoyable. It's like Northwood's TCG. It's like Nostalgenomics. Like I've had those guys both on the channel because there's some people that I really like their content. You know what I mean? And I'll have people that their content I won't like or I'll disagree with, but I'll still have it just to give like a voice or a platform for that individual to really be able to kind of, if there's something that they say a lot and I want to give pushback to it, I can give that pushback. But I just want to really be able to like I really don't want to be censored in a way or controlled in a way of where I'm not giving any sort of like how do I want to say this? I'm not valuing my opinion enough to where I'm just selling out for money or only producing content in a way in which people might not like it, like I mentioned before, my last two videos haven't done the best, but they're content in my personal belief that I think is good for a lot of the general market to understand and kind of take a look at. And if people don't like it, then I'll just keep making my videos. And if one hits, then great, it hits. So obviously as a business, it definitely sucks because then that's less monetization. I'm using my hands a lot. That's less monetization money, but You know, I'm here to produce content that you guys like, and I know that you guys have a lot of ideas and suggestions, and I'm always open to hearing what you guys have to say for content, because I love giving you guys what you want, because I wouldn't be here without you guys. So sorry, that was a lot. Doesn't look like Pokemon Go will have an ultra premium box like Celebrations. We'll see when and if Pokemon makes more metal gold cards. Ooh, that is a good question, John. Yeah, I think it's one of those special things in regards to gold like metal cards. Yeah, they haven't really done it a ton. I mean, obviously they've made just regular gold cards, but the metal ones, which, I mean, they're cool. I mean, I think the metal cards are cool. I obviously have them, well, not obviously, but I have them displayed in my room. I've showed it on the Discord before. But yeah, no, I would personally say that, I think it'd be cool if they did a special Pokemon Go collection. The Japanese cards are better quality control. Yeah, no, 100% agree. What in the freaking goodness gracious? Yeah, and then I always say, Jesus loves me. That's another one I always say. I say so many. I just cover all my swear words. Bro, my LGS is selling Vivid Voltage ETB. Sounds about right, Derek. Yeah, the LGS is, I'm not going to support that. I'm curious the 10 pop reports in Japanese, since the cards are produced at much better quality. So here's an interesting thing, John. Pop reports for 10s, on average, it's easier to get a 10 in a, it's easier to pull a card because of the way in which the pull rates are for Japan. It's easier to get a 10. However, the print runs on average are typically smaller for ultra modern. So it's very interesting because of the way in which things can tend to balance out in a different light. Like if you take a look at like, let's talk about Majestic Dash or Dawn Dash. I forgot what it's called, but it's the Japanese set, which is basically Majestic Dawn, but the Japanese version. If you look at the English variation, there's like 7 or 8 of the level X cards for the Leafeon. In Japan, there's about around 40 to 50, which you say to yourself, that's quite a bit more, but that's still not a lot. You know what I mean? But obviously it's reflected in the value of the card based on the population report, how many more are around for the Japanese versus the English, which is still crazy to think about, that the Japanese card is still going for around $500-$600, which is equivalent to a lot of PSA 10s for English. So it definitely plays a factor for sure in when you're comparing the value to it. Of course, the question really comes down to, do you care that much that it's Japan versus English? Or how much do you care about it from an investment perspective versus collectability? Pokenomics only post a free live every so often, but the majority of his content is in behind a paywall. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to do that. I mean, if I ever get to a paywall point, it's going to be an extra video. So it'll be the same content that I'm posting, but then what'll probably more than likely happen is it'll be like Saturday will be an extra video. And if you want to watch that extra video on Saturdays, you have to do a Patreon. But other than that, my content is not going to get suppressed. I'm going to keep it the same the way it is. So glad to see and hear that you're recovering. I felt bad for you in the last few Q&A interview sessions. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, I've been all over the place with my health. I was not feeling the best, and then my girlfriend got what I had, and she got absolutely slapped so much harder than I did. Like, my face was hurting, and I was super congested, but she got absolutely wrecked. Like, she was bedridden. I felt so bad for her, and it wasn't COVID either, because we've both had COVID already. I've actually had it twice. I had it when COVID first happened, and then I also got the Omicron variant. So I've had it twice. It was not a fun time. I don't know how LGS is selling them for 75 when Target GameStop has them for 40. Some LGSs, man, if they can get away with it, they'll get away with it. I don't agree with the practice, but curious if the Pokemon curious if Pokemon talking up their printing capabilities means we'll be getting more consistent quality and centering to be coming. I definitely hope so, because I am so sick and tired of opening packs of Fusion Strike, Brilliant Star, and the reverse holo slot is absolute garbage. Like, it is absolute garbage how a lot of them have extreme whitening, and it's really frustrating because as someone who likes to master set collections, it's just so annoying to have to deal with that, especially when you sell on TCG Player a lot, like myself, having cards that aren't at least in near mint condition, and now I have light played cards pack fresh. Like, come on, dude. I feel the pain pre-ordering the reprints at premium for my LGS. Won't do that again. Yeah, seriously. Do you have a channel membership or just a Patreon? As far as it goes right now, Lord Bulbasaur, I just have a Patreon. I will look into doing a channel membership. I'm so new to this stuff. Literally, the only reason why I created a Patreon to begin with was because literally I had multiple people reach out to me saying, hey, I can get product cheaper elsewhere, but I still want to support you. Is there a way you can create a Patreon and I'll just pay like $3 a month? And I'm like, sure. I can't say no to that. So that's kind of it. I'll look into it though, if that's something you guys are interested in. But what's up, Sad? How are you doing, brother? Eli, I'm working today on break and thought I'd stop by. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by. We were just talking about Eva's binders and you were one of the first people that commented on her most recent video. So I thought, I'm glad you're here, but I thought I'd point that out. That's what she did, Derek. Do you think much better printed center card product would overall help or hurt the market? Having pristine cards for grading easier to come by, I think it would help the market. I think it would be good for the market. Now, a lot of people say it would be bad because they're like, oh, it'll be less PSA 10s. But I think it'll be good because quality control is just something that's really been frustrating in my personal opinion. If you really think that's an issue, then they can always just keep the quality control at, like, just make it better. And then they just lower the pull rate. Like, that's an easy way of fixing it. And even then, I don't think it would like change it that much. I mean, if you look at the PSA 9 to 10 rates on some of the newer product, and now maybe I could be looking at it from a different lens because people are, more hyper conscious nowadays in regards to, okay, I know my card's more than likely going to get a 10, so therefore I'm going to send it in. But if we take a look at like Evolving Skies, for example, and we look at PSA 9 comparing it to PSA 10, let's take a look and see what the overall ratio is when comparing it. So if we take a look at, what's one we want to take a look at and compare? Let's look at the Rayquaza, right? Look at how many 10s there are compared to 9s. Now, once again, we can make the argument, and I think this is a strong argument to be made, that the reason why it's like that is because people are like, if I'm going to spend $100, if I'm going to spend $50 sending this card, it better be a 10. And so there could be better inspections, but still there's an argument to be made that the 10 rate to the 9 rate is still exorbitantly high. All things considered, same thing with the Umbreon. Look how many 10s there are compared to 9s. Same thing with the majority of the cards. So I don't think the print is going to cause a major issue when you're already seeing so many 10s compared to 9s. There's a reason why a lot of cards, you can actually buy the 9s for less than what a raw card would go for, which is crazy to me. Because in my mind, I'm just cracking that slab, putting it in a binder if I'm not planning on getting it graded because I want the binder variation. So yeah, I think it's more for me, the quality control really just comes down to I have reverse holo cards that I want to collect in my binder, or I want to sell them on TCG Player because I have a bunch of extras, and I just prefer they not be extremely whitened. Don't break break her what? Oh, that's so funny. Maybe talk to us with, oh dude, that would be so unfortunate. Yeah, good luck on that. LGSs are scamming my area 2 selling prop. I'm right there with you guys. Eli, I've heard that LGS markup prices, they have inventory in stock, and if they sold all their inventory at a low price, no one would shop at their LGS anymore. What I've heard is the reason why LGSs mark up their prices is because they also have to pay rent. So here's my theory, and I think there's a fine balance between paying upmark prices and MSRP. If you're an LGS, and like for example, right? I was selling Elite Trainer boxes, and it sold out like that. I was selling Elite Trainer box cases of Vivid Voltage for $36 box if you bought a full case's worth, right? I don't know where you're going to find it cheaper than that on the market right now. Right now, the market going rate is around $40. If they say they're going to put it for $40 or they're going to put it for $45, I think that's fair. 50, it's a little on the higher end, but I still think I understand because they now have rent they have to pay. I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to worry about that. So that's understandable. But when you start talking $75, are you going to be moving your product? And are people really going to come in and buy that when you can go down? And let's say some places don't have Walmarts that are open right now, and Walmart's charging that general, $40 price, because I heard some places Walmart started to raise their MSRP price. I know in my state, in my local area, they haven't done that yet. But for the people that are experiencing that, maybe $45 and $50 is not that much off if you're talking about going to your local LGS. But once you start talking about $75, there's no justification for that, even if you're talking about rent being expensive in your area. And maybe, you're living in an area like California and rent is like $5,000 a month. And you're like saying to yourself, this is the only way I can afford to do this. But at that point, go online. Don't do LGS work because it's going to be so much more expensive if you're not able to get that kind of product. Because I do understand the idea of, hey, I have X amount of product. It sells out really fast at this price. Maybe I should raise prices because I'm limited on my product. Because the limited allocations definitely hurt LGSs the most because they're the ones that can only sell X amount of product. Therefore, they're going to be hurt a ton when it comes to, rents due, and it limits their amount of profit they're truly able to make based on the fact of the matter that they just got rent already. So, one of my LGSs in the Twin Cities received 300 Vivid Voltage ETBAs major reprint. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I said before, it's completely different, Yang, for everyone. So that's why I don't like to go off my own allocations for like Brilliant Star. That's how they justify their scalping prices. There's always different reasons. People justify it in many ways. What's up, Thaddeus? How we doing, brother? Hopefully all is well for you. Sad, yeah, I pre-ordered ETBs for $50. Now they're like almost down to 30. Yeah, pre-orders can be very risky. You just gotta be very market sensitive or very market aware of what you think is a valuable price, in my opinion. Which, that's what this channel's for, and I'm always willing to answer all your guys' questions about anything. Derek says F. Yeah, right. Yeah, shout out Eva. Her channel is really good and informative. Well, next video, guys, if you guys want her to have me on, or want me to have her on, just spam her. Say Pokemon USA. Go on. And then she'll have to read her comments at that point. And she can, if she's listening to this, or if you guys want to have her at me on my Instagram or join the Discord, then more than happy to have that. Dang, people here, 60, that's got to be a record. Yeah, we're actually pretty good on viewers. My record is 85. I would say there was a point where for like a good solid 2 weeks, I was averaging around 60, 65. So, but it's nice to see some good viewerships, especially based off of my last video I posted. So, like I said, keywords change everything depending upon the week. Sad, she does detailed analysis with charts and graphs. I know, dude. It gets me. It gets me. When I saw her with the whiteboard, I was like, yo, I like that. How many Astro Radiance? How many Astro Radiance break packs have you sold so far? Let me take a look. I can answer that for you. So if I'm correct, I told myself I wasn't going to be opening more than around 600 because it gets just so overwhelming. That's what I told myself. So taking a look and subtracting that number, I am sitting on left. I have, where is it? All right, it's going to be under breaks. Break stream. I have 276 left. So that means I've sold around, if I were to guess, roughly anywhere between 250 to 300, if I were to say. So that's what I would say. We still got like 270 left. So, but we've still got quite a bit away. Obviously, you're buying it for $100. It's a pretty strong deal, I would say, for doing breaks. Eli, are you able to see the other people in the chat creeping in the background, but not commenting? I can't. That'd be funny if I could, though. That'd be cool if I could, because there's been times we've had like Pokey Chloe stop by. Obviously, Pokenomics stops by every so often. We've got TCG stop by, Northwoods, Nostalgianomics. We've had a lot of great people stop by. So it's really cool to see that. And if they ever comment, I'm like, I always give them a shout out, and I'm always like, yo, reach out to me if you want an interview. I'd love to do that. So I need to be more consistent on having guests on Thursdays. I'm just so busy all the time, dude. I get so overwhelmed because it's like literally me and then my girlfriend helps out sometimes. So being a one-man army and then having help occasionally makes it really tough. Really tough to do everything because you have so much. And I have so much that I have in the works for the channel that I want to add on. But yeah, that's why if people reach out to me and they can help set it up, then I'm more than happy to do it. Haha, you're 36 and my 36, but hopefully more. What do you mean by that, Tom? Eli should build a wall behind him with ETBs. That's the inevitable goal, bro. That is what we're trying to accomplish, bro. I'm an ETB collector, so if we can get there, I just need to stop freaking slacking. Your boy's been spending all of his time opening freaking Diamond and Pearl era product. So literally it's like, I mean, you guys want to see, that's half the pile of just Diamond and Pearl Hollows that I've been opening. So, which we'll have that content coming out sooner than later. But What's up, SDC? Thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate you. Just found your channel. Yeah, I've seen you before, CP. Shout out to you. Appreciate all the info and advice. Thank you. Eli, I saw someone posted your Vivid Voltage case listing right in the 2030s in Pokevault's Discord. That's why they sold out so quick. Yeah, I had a lot of people. I literally got added on. I never go on Twitter. I got added on Twitter about it. I got added on Discord. I got added on Instagram. I got added everywhere when I was offering that price because it sold out. Boom, like that. It was fast when people started adding me. Walmart charges $45. Yeah, mine charges $40, but obviously it's so expensive for some people. Sadly. Oh, that reminds me, before I forget, I don't want to change topics too much because I really like the conversation we're having, but I would be foolish not to mention, so obviously our upcoming break is going to be Roaring Skies this week. We've only got 3 packs left. However, for next week, I don't want to have any delays, and so the following Sunday, what do you guys want me to open? I can come up with a poll. We can talk about which era. But if you guys want to start just spamming the chat with your ideas on what booster box you think we should do a break for, obviously, as mentioned before, I make it as cheap as possible for you guys. Literally, the booster packs that I'm selling are cheaper than the single packs, which don't have the same guaranteed hits. Also, I got the Roaring Skies booster box, so we finally got it in hand. And the Cosmic one was super successful. We had so many massive hits. But yeah, just shoot your ideas on which booster box you want. I feel like the range of anywhere between 3 to 600 is a very appropriate range for what's affordable for a lot of people. Eventually, I do want to start transitioning into doing bigger ones, like once a month. We've talked about that before. But right now, we're just going to keep it simple, $300 to $600 booster box, because that way, if someone wants to buy like 2 packs and they're only spending like $20 or something like that, then it's pretty reasonable and they can still get big hits that's worth it, you know? Because like if you're telling me that you buy a full 36-pack booster box of like Cosmic, right? Your odds of making your money back are like 0. Versus if you only buy 2 packs out of that, and you get one of the big hits, boom, you made your money worth. So it's more affordable that way. It's more fun that way. And I just like doing it, obviously. I understand those explanations, but it isn't their fault for an LGS in the first place. 100% agree. There is a lot of accountability. I agree with that, Derek. That needs to be held for people that open LGSs and don't do the finances in their head or just write it down. Instead, they spend most of their time just fantasizing about how cool it'd be to open an LGS and then not realize what it's actually going to cost them. How the Sharks are ready for fresh deals in the Pokeball. Yeah, it appears. I'm going to have to start putting some more product on the site soon. That's for sure. That's my opinion, of course. No, I think you're spot on with that one, Derek. If you have to scout prices on product as an LGS, you're in the wrong business. You know, Eva kind of bad. You guys are simping hard for Eva. You're like, yo, did someone say Pokemon and analytical data? Oh my god. Gage is like, ooh, let me step away for a second, guys. I gotta go watch her. Gotta go watch her channel. You're like, it's not just her charts are rising. There's something else rising around here. Gage. Oh god, oh my god, you're down bad, bro. That's so terrible. Best Buy's Vivid Voltage ETBs for $3.99 for days. Hey, that's good at least. At least work for me has gotten way busier, so I've had less time to consume Pokemon YouTube videos, so that could be contributing to lower views. You know, Spencer, I've heard one of my buddies reached out to me about it because he was like, honestly, dude, like it's finals week and it's been a lot of like there's certain spikes that'll happen. You know what I mean? It just happens every so often. So it's just so funny because you try not to like get too mental about it. But it's just hard because you're a business and it affects your monetization, obviously. So, but yeah, I just keep doing me, man. Just keep producing my content. That's what I got to do. Surprised you can't see the list of attendees. I wish I could. That'd be sweet. Tom was talking about both buying a whole booster box of Astro from you for the break. Hey, man, I always appreciate it, man. I always appreciate it when you guys buy a whole booster box. It's literally like $104 to do so when you're buying into the break. So it's like I said, it's a good deal. Yo, what's up, Koga? Mr. Beast style. I made a house out of Pokemon ETB's banger video. Wait, what? Mr. Beast? Oh, that would be so sick. Yo, that's a great video, Koga. Yo, that would be so cool. Could you imagine how expensive that would be? But that's such a great idea for video content. If I just made Pokemon, what if I did that? What if, oh my God, you know how triggering that would be? I made a house of cards out of $100,000 Pokemon cards, and literally like it was just like a bunch of super rare holos. You know how mad people would be if you did that? That's what, hey, you could totally do content like that. Christian Cobbs, I'm starting to sell product store. Any tips for getting distributors? Reach out to them, and don't stop bugging the crap out of them. That's the best thing I can say. You got to be persistent, and you got to, I mean, especially if you have no sales history, it's really tough. Especially from personal experience. So just reach out to them, man. Do your best. And don't give up. It's tough. It's really hard right now to get a distributor, but Magazine Exchange and ACD is probably open right now, but I will tell you they're probably not going to give you a ton out the gate, but it's something, man. It's something. They were on that Vivid Voltage real quick. Maybe the listing was too good of a deal. I think about that sometimes too, sad. Trust me. Do you do a store full time, or do you have another job? Sorry, I'm new. Love your content. Hey, no, I appreciate it, Lord Bulbasaur. I used to have a driving gig that I would do. Working for the state, I would transport nurses and paramedics. But recently, we've been put on a retainer because the funding for COVID has started to go away because it was mainly dealing with COVID related, like out of state pandemic emergency. Nurses and paramedics. I've been like asked a couple times to do it, but it's not worth it unless it's like in my area for how much they're willing to pay me. So mainly at this point, I'm just focusing on the business and I'm trying to grow it as much as possible. And then I'm actually going to be coaching volleyball sometime this summer. I want to say probably like end of May, June is when I'm going to come, but I got offered a job to coach volleyball. So that'll be super exciting. But of course, that's not going to change anything in regards to my stream schedule. But my whole goal is really just to make this long-term my full-time gig, but not there yet. So it makes it a little hard when you're so restricted by allocations. Don't stress over the last two videos, bro. Your followers appreciate the quality content. It's not about views. Keep pressing. I appreciate the hashtag. Seriously, that means a lot. I do appreciate that. It's always nice to see, like, I'd be lying if I said, like, I don't want to say this. I just love doing these videos because having you guys that are so supportive, it really does make my day. Like, it really helps me get through, and it helps me produce the content, because when I hear like the feedback from you guys, you enjoy the content, it definitely makes me feel good, because you sometimes get in your head about that kind of stuff. So I do appreciate that. Do you think CCG rating is worth it? I would say not. CGC, PSA, and BGS are my three. Smart having the lowest price on product because retailers will remember you have good price and will come back. Hey, appreciate that, Patriot. Yeah, I would definitely say that's kind of what I aim for. I look at other people, and if I can afford to list it at the lowest price, I will. And people will know sometimes I will get people will get flash notified about my deals, because every so often it does happen where I will just drop the price real quick. And that's what I would say. But yo, Yu-Gi-Oh! What about Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh! Metal Raiders? What's Yu-Gi-Oh! Metal Raiders? I'm not a huge Yu-Gi-Oh! Guy. I'm sorry to offend any Yu-Gi-Oh! fans. I grabbed some Chilling Reign booster boxes for $74 from Pokevault Discord, but deal sold out real quick. That is an amazing deal. Gosh dang, dude. Never played Pokemon TCG, but I played... I see what you're saying. Hey, man, I played a lot of Pokemon TCG growing up. I competed in tournaments. I took a hiatus of it, and then I got back into it, and then I stopped playing when Fusion came out, because Genesect and Mew meta made me want to die. Sad says Unified Minds. We actually already did a Unified Minds. Otherwise, I totally would do that. Yeah, Gage me down bad. Yeah, called out, dude. Yeah, Gage got called out. I'm dead. Something else rising too. Gage had to take a quick bathroom break. Yeah, right. That's in the chat for Gage. That's so funny. I'm just messing with you, Gage. I love you, brother. I'm sorry. I just gotta give you crap. Will there be any more Astro Radiance booster boxes up on your site? Possibly, Yang. Possibly. As it stands, probably not right now, but I will definitely know if it does change. But as it stands, currently no right now. You got the last packs, Christian? Did you get the last packs for Roaring? Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, we got 3 left, bro. Let me see. Did you buy all 3? Yes, you did. Shout out to you, my guy. Thank you. Yeah, bro. I'm excited. I'm really stoked for the Roaring Skies break. I think it's gonna be good. But yeah, what do you guys want us to do for the next one? So I'll have to do another thing of like pulling like Sword and Shield era, XY era, and just go between that, like Sword and Shield era, XY era, Sun and Moon era is probably what we'll do. Pokemon's going to print everything so that the price will stay the same for 5 years on Ultra Modern. I don't think I would agree with that, Silver, especially when you talk about historically, they've only printed as far back as competitive. So 1.5, 2 years is probably the oldest product that you're going to see potentially get reprinted after the upcoming rotation out of Worlds. They have never done it, to my knowledge at least, any other way. Christian, be aware of how bad the profit margins are selling sealed product in LGS. Yeah, profits are not the best unless it's a high demand item. Gage be like, no one's coming in my room, I'm taking it now. Yeah, Gage been real quiet. Hash, lol. Do you think CC... I already answered that question, Nadu. I don't think it's worth it. Sorry, brother. CGC not worth it on Ultra Modern? Yeah, most Ultra Modern stuff. Hey, what's up, Pokey Island? How we doing, brother? Shout out to you, my guy. Just stop by the channel. Hope you have a blessed day. Hey, I hope you have a blessed day too, my guy. I'm curious why you changed your name, Wisdom. I always liked Wisdom. I thought it was a pretty cool one. Or a pretty cool one. Do you think Pokemon Go will go strong? Pokemon will go strong with the coming reprints, or dial back with possible recession worries? That's a great question, John. That is a great question. Obviously, my main video yesterday in regards to will the market crash was kind of addressing the recession potentially. I mean, we just had a negative GDP growth this last quarter. Haven't seen that since the start of COVID. We've been basically in a bull market in the stock market forever. So in regards to like, do I think that you could see them dial back? One thing I will say about the Pokemon Company, and this is why I honestly, as much crap as we give the Pokemon Company for English, they have always done it right in regards to printing. They have always done it right because they print to demand. If the demand is there, they will print to that demand. And that's the thing. The only time they haven't done that in a set like Cosmic is mainly because in regards to a set like Cosmic Eclipse, they were going to do it and then COVID happened. You can't blame them for that. Obviously, they've been pushing it out by putting it in like items such as the Arceus figure. They've been putting it out in like the Pokeballs. Like they've been doing their best to really bring down the price, even though it's not going to be for the booster boxes. And I think printing to demand is the right thing to do, because over time, if they print to demand, they keep the prices down in the short to medium term as far as like when it's in rotation for standard. And then once it goes out of rotation and they don't print it, well, demand for Pokemon naturally is going to go up over time. And you're talking about the fact of the matter that the Pokemon Company as well, the product is going to be opened up. So it's like they just do a great job, in my opinion. People get too concerned about them overprinting it, but they're only going to print it for as much as makes sense, because you also have to imagine when they print it, distributors are also going to recognize demand as well. And if distributors aren't selling, then they're going to have to dial it back. So I think what you'll see is as long as the demand's there, John, they're going to keep printing it. If the demand's not there, they're not going to print it. And that's why you see certain eras have less print than others, mainly just because the demand wasn't there. Hey, I'm just about to start coaching soccer for a friend's daughter for a little side hustle. Hey, dude, coaching's great. I love coaching. Coaching's awesome, and it's always nice to get a little cash doing that. Neil on the tube, what's up? Will you have Pokemon Go stuff for Pre-order? I will when I know my allocations. Koga, make that money. Heck yeah, baby. Yes, sir, Derek. Card Economist isn't worth it then? Is that what the like kind of thing is? The CCG? I wouldn't say so. This is why Eli has the best lives, because half the time it's just us giving crap to each other. Yeah, 100%, Spencer. I mean, that's the thing, is like, we'll talk about Pokemon content. If anyone has a question, I'll answer the question, because I'm always going to go through the comment section and answer everything I can. But half the time we're just chilling, man. We're just having fun. It's like literally just hanging out with a bunch of friends. Like, that's how I like that cool environment. I like that environment where it's very casual, you know. It doesn't have to be super serious, but we also talk about just life, you know what I mean? I feel like that's something that I really wanted to kind of bring as far as content goes for the live streams, because we can just talk about anything. Like, I know I've built personal relationships off of what I do, and that's what I love about the Pokemon hobby, because sure, like, it's cards at the end of the day that we're talking about and what brings us together, but you're still a person at the other side of it all, and I like to get to know what drives you to like Pokemon and so on and so forth. I think Pokemon is hitting its stride, having such sought after all cards. Yeah, they're crushing it right now, that's for sure. Sad. Back to work. See ya, Eli. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, bro. Seriously. Hey, Gage. I feel attacked. There he is. Gage is back. We love you, Gage. Love this stream though, Eli. Keep up the work. Hey, I appreciate you, Gage. Took you a few minutes to respond, Gage. What were you doing? Yeah, he's like, I gotta go back on her channel. Hey, Eli, solid fan here, mate. Hey, I appreciate you, Ben. Love your work and support. Would love to support you by buying from you, but live in Australia. Does anybody buy international from you, or does post cost just wreck it? So here's what I do, Ben. I offer shipment to other countries. However, the price in which I am charging is not including shipping. So basically, you'll get the same rates, but if you're in the States, you get free shipping over $100. If you live outside the States, over $100 and no free shipping. And if you want to Discord me, then we can obviously try and negotiate that out, because I can do like friends and family instead of buying through the site, and that allows me for cheaper, like I can do some sort of a discount depending upon how much you buy. And especially considering when you talk about custom, I know how like custom fees work. I'm very like aware of that, because I know people want me to understate it. So if there's ever something like that where you want to direct message me on Discord, we can always work something out like that. But yeah, if you go directly through my site, you're just going to pay whatever it is, and then however much it weighs is what your going rate is. So like for something under a pound, it's going to be like $20 to ship. If it's over a pound, I mean, I'm literally just saying, all right, what is the price? What is the price of it in Australia, right? I'll take whatever the price is and I'll minus it by $5. That's literally just how I do it. Because if you like calculate how much I spend for items under $100, typically on average, you guys are spending about $5 if it's under 100 on average. Obviously, sometimes it can be 10, sometimes it can be 1. And then I'll pay the other 5. But I'm literally like not charging the full rate on shipping. I still have to pay the other half. So that way it's just more affordable. Plasma Freeze Blast Break next. Hey man, if like I said, we'll get there. That'll be a little spendy now, but we'll get there. Have you considered accepting crypto for purchase on your site, or is that a tax nightmare? It's a tax nightmare, MG. I've done it once before. It's just not my preferred method, especially considering there's some liability issues with it. And I know a lot of people feel like buyer protection is really nice. So, I've thought about it though. I have thought about it, and maybe I'll consider in the future, but it can be a tax nightmare for sure. Hey, just made another video. Wisdom is my personal one to save music. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so this is more of like this is my content. I get you on that one. I see Pokemon Go being printed much more in the celebrations, was a very specific anniversary year. Set that past. Yeah, I see that happening for sure as well, John. Was just wondering, what's your opinion on Evolving Skies pull rates and CR Fusion Strike pull rates? One thing I will say, first and foremost, Challen, to each their own, because everyone has their own personal experience. I have had amazing experience with Chilling Reign. I've had okay experience with Fusion, and I've had okay experience with Evolving. Chilling Reign, every single box I've opened, I've always got an alternate art. It's dumb, but it's what's happened to me. Evolving Skies, it's like, basically, I either have a box that has an amazing alternate art, or I have a box that literally doesn't even pull better than a V, like a standard V. I had one box, had 6 Vs. No full art Vs, just 6 Vs. No VMAX. Everything else was hollow. worst box I've ever opened of all time. It was unfortunate. Fusion Strike, it's middle of the road. But that's just because the alternate arts that I do pull, it's like a Sandaconda or like a Greedent. And I'm like, wow, this hurts my heart. So it's like, from a value perspective, not the best in regards to the big hitter pulls. But I mean, I guess the odds are around the same. So I would say in order from like best experience to worst, probably Chilling Reign, Fusion, and Evolving. Love your content or channel and community. We'll wait to pre-order from you. Hey, I appreciate that. Almost missed the stream. You better not have, Tyrone. My man better not be missing my streams. No, I'm just messing with you. We got about 40 minutes. We still got plenty of stream left to go. Don't think they will go back and print older sets, but I definitely think they'll purchase Millennium. Print Group will make the printers go brr. Yeah, right. I agree. I actually commented on SM Pratt's video about that as well. What's up, Shiny Avocado? How we doing, brother? Always appreciate you stopping by. Fusion Strike has been amazing for me. It's been very much so, if I pull an alternate art, it's usually the garbage one. That's how it's been for me. ES pull rates, ugh. Yeah, like I said, it's very hit or miss for me on it. All the alternate arts that I pulled personally, I've pulled Umbreon twice. I pulled a Dragonite, and those are the only 3 alternate arts I've pulled. And the only rainbow I've pulled was a rainbow Umbreon. But if I don't hit a big hitter, then I'm screwed. At least you can get competitive Mew and Fusion. I 100% agree with you, Shiny. That is one of the best things about Fusion on why, in regards to opening, it's one of the best things to open. If you do just hit a VMAX, if you hit a Mew, if you hit a Gengar, you're making your money still on that one. What's up, Empyrus? Empyrus. I'm so sorry for not being able to read. Are top loaders better than semi-rich card holders for storage purposes? I personally would say that in regards to storaging, for storage, I use top loaders, and the reason why is because they fit like basically, they fit like perfectly in a Elite Trainer box. That's why. So for storage purposes, 100%. Obviously, if you're sending in for grading, that's a different story, or displaying, that's a different story. But yeah, 100% storage. I always go with top loaders. Are you selling any cards? Well, I do have a couple listed on my site, and then I sell off a TCG player as well. I have a decent amount of cards. It's just really difficult because everyone wants me to send pictures, and I can only send pictures so much, and if someone doesn't buy them at the price they want to buy it at, it makes it really difficult. That's why if I do card sales, it's mainly in person because it's a lot better, or off of a TCG player. I have the same experience with the sets as well. Still think Beastar will go down in history as one of the most fun sets to open. So see, this is where it comes down to personal opinion challenge. I've opened over 1,000 packs, over 1,000 packs of Brilliant Star, probably like 1,050, 1,100. I have opened and pulled a grand total of 1 alternate art, and it was a Luminion. I have yet to pull a Rainbow Charizard or a Rainbow Arceus. Yet to do it. 1,100 packs. In regards to the just standard Arceus and the standard Charizard VMAX, I've pulled 1 standard Charizard VMAX. I have pulled 1 standard Arceus. I've pulled about 8 or 9 Whimsicotts, and then 8 or 9 just standard Shaymins for V-Stars. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you on that one. I've had terrible, terrible luck. So, like I said, there's some arguments for to each their own. It's definitely a great set. Don't get me wrong. I put it as, when ranking my top 12, I put it as number 2 right behind Evolving. But from my personal experience, man, my bias, I just can't do it. Bro, talk about Paywall Guardians. SM Pratt Paywall rivals the Great Wall. I feel that one. I know what you mean by that, Derek. Yeah, what's up, Ethereal? How far back can Pokemon print a set? Can they reprint anything they want? So, Ethereal, technically speaking, like... how do I want to say this? Technically speaking, they can print anything they want, but not really. They can, but they can't. In regards to how it works, though, Ethereal, historically speaking, they print back as far as whatever's in the standard format. So right now, standard, the oldest set in standard for TCG, Pokemon TCG, the game, is Sword and Shield base. For that reason, they're going to only print as far back as Sword and Shield base. Same thing is going to happen once we get out of rotation. Once rotation happens after Worlds in August, because that's when standard format, half of it goes out. So after August, then what's going to happen is the oldest set from then on out is going to be Battle Styles. So you're only going to see what's printed from Battle Styles and newer. That's how it's always been. Obviously, if you have any sort of analytical data past that, That's completely, I mean, you gotta show me to that, but as someone who works with distributors and has just been in the Pokemon market for a while, that's just how they've done it. Same thing goes as well with competitive play, having experienced that a lot. Has there ever been an Ash card in regards to like just as a pure trainer? I don't think so. Wow, I was about to say, yeah, they've made a... Oh, that's red. That's not Ash. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't think so. Chilling Rain is iffy. I've pulled all green code cards once and another time open. Yeah, man. See, like I said, it all comes down to experience because I've had great experience. And then Ben out here flexing making me want to cry. Yeah, I know, dude. Literally, my brother opened his first ever Elite Trainer box of Brilliant Star and he pulled the Rainbow Charizard, dude. I hate to say it. It all comes down to personal experience, and I've had a rough experience, and everyone else seems to like have the best experience with Brilliant Star. And I'm like, why can't I be like everyone else? Booster box or single sleeve blisters for banger hits? Ooh. I've had better pull rates from boosters, but that's because boosters are more consistent. I must have had crazy luck, pulled a Rainbow Zard in 2 or 3. Yeah, dude, some people be like that. To be fair, I've had amazing luck with Hidden Fates. I've opened a grand total of 2 Hidden Fates ETBs and 2 Hidden Fates tins. My first tin ever opened, Charizard. Second tin ever opened, Mewtwo. First ETB ever opened, it was a Sylveon, and then my fourth ETB I ever opened had nothing. That was a main hit. So I've had extremely good luck. Yeah, no, it's based on, I wouldn't say based on personal opinion, it's based on personal experience, I would say. But yeah, no, because obviously there's no denying Brilliant Star is an amazing set. And so just because I've had bad experience doesn't change the fact that it's an amazing set, right? Like, I'm not going to have my own bias come into the fact saying Brilliant Star sucks, pull rates are terrible, but I'm the only person that's had that bad experience. I've just had bad luck with it. Other people, they've had good experience. They've had good luck. Therefore, just because it's my personal experience doesn't mean that all of a sudden Brilliant Stars is a terrible set. You know what I mean? You break down the set. What are the cards in it? What are the pull rates for most people? It makes it a great set. So I ranked it number 2 as top best, but from personal experience, it's like bottom tier. but that's just how I do it. Do you think based on run and then to location, I think I'm about 200 BS packs and I got 2. There has been conversations about that, Digi. We've talked about it with Northwoods and Nostalgianomics. I think Northwoods was the one who first pointed it out. But basically, he had mentioned that there's been a large argument to be made about region-based polls, and certain areas have had consistently better polls. My brother, he lives in Texas. I live in Oregon. He pulled that Charizard like it was nothing. I have yet to pull it. I live in Oregon. Now, this is all just, hypothetical. Of course, it could be potentially true, but it's all very speculative. I think it'd be really fun if we did do analytical data on that and kind of, I think it would be fun if I created in the Discord channel, and I could actually go do this later, but I created, this is for data purposes only. Tell where you live in the country, tell us how many packs you've opened and how long it took you to pull that card. And that way we can go through and we can see, is it certain regions, and we can compile the data sheets. I think that'd be really cool to see. Do you think Evolving is really the best Sword and Shield set? I personally think it's way overrated, but I definitely minority. I do. I think it is. I think it's pretty hard to compete with it. Brilliant Star, the only reason why it's even close is because of the subset. But the reason why it's so good is because they said, let's take all of the most desirable cards, X minus the Charizard, and throw it in a set. It's not overplayed with a Charizard. It's got all the evolutions, and Eevee is one of the most desirable character cards. It's got Rayquaza, which is one of the most desirable character cards. It's got Dragonite, which is a very desirable character card. It has all the most desirable character cards. The artwork is phenomenal. They've done the best job, in my opinion, in regards to alternate arts in that set than they have with any of the other alternate arts. Pull rates are okay, but that's okay in my opinion. Obviously, you wish it would be a little bit more, especially considering how expensive the price for the cards are. But at that point, I'm just nitpicking. That's just what makes it such a great set, man, is it has so many amazing cards that you can pull, not only from a value perspective in regards to big hits, but also just from just an artwork perspective. I just love so many artworks in that set. I'm a huge Eevee fan too, and I love it. And maybe that's me bringing in my own personal bias, but Eevee has just always been a very popular character because there's not just one design of Eevee that people like. Like, someone can like an Umbreon but hate a Jolteon, but they can also love a Vaporeon but hate a Flareon. Like, there's always going to be so much evolution like desire that you can have without liking all of them, you know? Like, I would say my least favorite of the like evolutions is not the biggest fan of like Jolteon. Like, I think Vaporeon's cool, I think Flareon's cool, not a huge fan of Jolteon. And maybe that's because of my own competitive playthroughs I've had. I've always felt Jolteon is like a freaking glass tank that does nothing. And tank is, I feel like, I think it barely does any damage. But I've just never been the biggest fan of Jolteon as a card. It's a cool card, don't get me wrong, but in regards to evolutions, it's probably near the bottom for me. And of course, I also didn't grow up in Gen 1. I grew up in Gen 4. And I love Gen 2. Espeon and Umbreon are awesome. Like, there's so many different things that people can appreciate. And that's what really crushes it, is because if you're from Gen 1, you have your Gen 1s. Obviously, it's going to be in the promo boxes, so it's not going to be the same for Evolving Skies, but you're going to have those promos. If you're from Gen 2, obviously you're going to get your Umbreon. You don't get your Espeon because that's going to be in Fusion, but at least you get your Umbreon. If you're from Gen 4, you're going to get your Leafeon and your Glaceon. If you're from Gen 5, you're going to get your Sylveon. So you get the best of both worlds from a nostalgic perspective. Because you have to think about, when you're opening a lot of product or when you're looking at sets, what do people like to open the most? It's what resonates the most with them from a nostalgic perspective when they're kids. So when you have a set that encompasses that, where you've got Gen 1, which is Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon. Then you've got Gen 2, which is going to be your Umbreon. Then you've got Gen 3, which is going to be your Rayquaza, and then obviously Dragonite Gen 1. And then you've got Gen 4, which is going to be your Leafeon and Glaceon. And then you've got Gen 5, which is going to be your Sylveon. Obviously, Gen 6, they don't really have an encompassing for Sun and Moon. And Gen 7, obviously, it's like a Duraludon. But that's not like, or it's they do have like a Noivern, I think, or I think that's another one of the big hurdle pulls. And I mean, I can, once again go over and see what they have, but all encompassing wise, they have just some of the best pulls from each of the different generations in card desirability. So if you're from a different era, you'll always appreciate the artwork if that was an era that's most nostalgic to you. So yeah, they got a Noivern, but Noivern's Gen 5, if I'm correct. Duraludon, I mean, I don't know how desirable it is, but yeah, I would say if anyone's not getting love, it's definitely going to be Gen 6 for sure. But I don't know. Oh, and it's got the gold Cresselia, dude. Oh, I love that gold Cresselia card. Shiny Cresselia is so sweet. Why does no one talk about the Delta Species cards? Best hauls. Joe, highly underrated. Delta Species cards are highly, highly underrated. And especially considering how cheap the reverse hollows are in 10s, it's ridiculous to me. Lord, Bulbasaur, to me, Evo Skies is the best set on paper. Billion Stars is the best set experience. I 100% understand that. And that mainly comes to pull rates. Would 110 be okay for ARBB? Booster box? It's not bad price by any means, but I know some places that you could probably get it for 105. If we look just at the quality and the quantity of the chase cards, I think Evolving Skies has Brilliant Star beat, but specifically at card value. Yeah, no, for sure. Do you think Pokemon should have color code cards that immediately give away the pack rarity? I don't like it. I don't like it, John, because if you accidentally look at the code card the wrong way, then you already know what you pulled, and I think it's lame. Calling an Ash card for the last set of Sword and Shield screenshot. Hey, that'd be sweet if they did that. I would absolutely love it. They've never done an Ash card. Might really yeah, Plevosaur. Like I said, man, it comes down to experience. I've had great luck with Chilling Reign. Some people have had bad luck. I just finished my master. Hey, shout out to you, Spencer. Now's a great time. Prices are cheap, dude. You can get 9s for cheaper than you can freaking raw. So I have never felt so happy. Oh, dude. Hey, you're making me want to go buy it now. Hey, you too, Thaddeus. Back to work building Legos for Legoland. That's what you do for work, Thaddeus? Oh, dude. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got some Lego collections myself. Harry Potter and Star Wars mainly. Bro, what a freaking legend. That's your job, Thaddeus? All right, way to flex. Dang, I didn't see the notifications. I bet it's a great stream going on. Bro, we've had a pretty bomb stream. I'm not going to lie, John. I'm so sorry you came in late, but we still got about another half an hour. Do you think reprints have worse pull rates than the first wave? It's really depend, Gavin. It's been all over the place. It really comes down to personal experience for people. I've had some people say Hidden Phase pull rates for 1 has been so much better than 2, but for 2, I've had so many good pulls, so it really comes down to experience. In my circle, accumulating all the BS my group has opened, we're in the assumption, like Poker, that Altar Lumion doesn't exist. And the ironic part about that, Digismith, is that I have not pulled I've only pulled one alternate art over 1,100 packs, or around 1,000, however much you want to put it, for Brilliant Star, and the only one I've pulled is Luminion. So there's an irony to that. I pulled an Ultra Mew VMAX today out of random pack. Let's go, Brandon. Shout out to you. That was not supposed to be political. A shout out to you, Brandon. I did not mean to say it like that. Sorry. Someone's going to clip that and I'm going to get canceled. It'd be awesome if there was a census for pull rates. Yeah, that would be too. That'd be cool as well. That's a great idea. No, dude, I think that'd be sweet. We should totally look into doing that. You may be honest something. Most of my pull rates are awesome, and I live in Kentucky. Yeah, no, dude, I think it'd be pretty cool to do something like that. But it'd be hard to get reliable data because most people would report only if they had great pulls. Well, that's why how I would do it is I would have to choose people challenge that would basically be like, hey, I need volunteers that are willing to basically complete this data sheet of information from the newest sets, right? So like, let's say Astro Radiance comes out. I need volunteers that are from specific areas around the country, and I need you to report on every single pack that you've opened. And I'll give you like a discounted rate on like a booster box. Or if you want to just do it because you just love science and you're a homie, then great. But that's kind of how I'd have to do it. And it would have to be someone who's willing to like just write down how many packs they've opened, right? How many people living in one state are getting pre-ordered from another state would be difficult to track that data. That is a great point, Zachary. That is a great point, Zachary. That would make it really hard. Sylveon is Gen 6. Oh my goodness gracious, Ryan, I messed up. Sorry, Gen 5 is, oh my god, Gen 5 is Unova, Gen 6. Thank you so much, Ryan. Oh my god, I almost just messed that up. Yes, sorry, Gen 5 doesn't have, Sylveon was introduced in Gen 6 XY. But you know what I meant. I messed that up. That's my bad. I wish I was better at bookkeeping for Brilliant Star and only did it for cases, but in Astro Radiance, I want to track everything from ancillary product to pack altar. Yeah, I feel that. For standard sets, when looking to open, are ETBs just garbage? Yeah, ETBs are not the best when it comes to opening, unless you're talking about specialty sets. Yeah, I mean, most of the times ETBs are best to just keep sealed for collectability or for, long-term investment, unless you're talking about specialty sets. There's always been rumors batching issues on polls so Discord for states-based polls would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to find a way so that we could kind of track that. You'd also have to be able to track where you're buying it from. Eli, do you have a P.O. box? I'd love to build you some Pokemon art. Oh, I do not have a P.O. box, but Thaddeus, if you want to message me, dude. Oh, Thaddeus, if you want to message me on Discord, links in the description below, I will send you my personal address. And I would love that, dude. That'd be so sweet. No, that's red, James. That is not ash. That is red. Brandon laughs. At least you guys laugh about it. Recently picking up Minty Reverse Holo Delta Species cards from Delta. Yeah, dude, I'm right there with you. Right now, I just started doing that myself. What's your favorite and why out of Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars? Wow, Tom's throwing me on that one. Okay, this is obviously whichever I choose, it's going to be controversial. I'm going to say Harry Potter. And the only reason why Harry Potter, out of those three amazing franchises, because I've watched Lord of the Rings series. And so I've read The Hobbit. I didn't read the final book of Lord of the Rings. I was on 2. I never finished. I should have. And I've watched the whole trilogy multiple times. First off, Hobbit, terrible. And maybe when we're talking about just the Lord of the Rings fandom, I'm putting a little bit of my own bias into that because I think that, The Hobbit 1 through 3 was terrible. I think the animated version was a lot better. J.R.R. Tolkien is a mastermind in regards to writing, so I absolutely love him as a writer. I think everything he does is great. I love the world that they created for Lord of the Rings, but the reason why I say Harry Potter is better, personally speaking, is because just the intricacies and the details that you're able to experience with the way in which Rowling is, especially as someone who's read through the book series twice, the way in which she's able to kind of allow you to visualize everything in such detail. A lot of people, of course, don't like reading larger books, but I think that's what makes her great and stand alone, is because her large books have such intricacies to detail. And the way in which they're able to display that on screen because of how much detail is great. Lord of the Rings, you don't see that as much. Obviously, you get the Shire, and the Shire is great. I think the beauty of the Shire is amazing. But you look at most of like the rest of the show, when they're on their like adventurous journeys, there's not really a beauty to it all. Like, obviously you're talking about like going and checking out the area of New Zealand. It's gorgeous on screen, but like there's not like that fantasy immersion beauty. But to be fair, the elves, obviously the Elven Kingdom is pretty sweet. God, there is a lot of beauty. God, see, that makes it hard, so I feel like I can't make that argument strongly. Oh wow, that's a tough one, dude. Also, I would say I resonate a lot more with the Harry Potter one because I've always been a huge fan of that kind of fiction storytelling. Oh, but so good, dude. That's so good. But I haven't even talked about Star Wars yet. Star Wars, I always loved Star Wars growing up as a kid. I've seen the whole trilogy multiple times. I just finished. Oh, no, we're on Empire Strikes Back. I'm watching it with my girlfriend. We already finished the first 4. We're not going to watch the sequels. Don't worry. We're not terrible human beings. No, I'm just kidding. But yikes, those are bad. So I've been a huge fan of everything that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have touched. I think they've done a great job all the way through. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars World or Galaxy's Edge when they introduced it in Disneyland. So I think it's really cool. Star Wars is great. I love the storytelling, especially what they did with the Clone Wars. Oh God, this is all so hard for me. But I guess Harry Potter, I don't know how to explain it. Harry Potter's just resonated with me the most. And maybe it's because I've always been growing up as a kid. I love the arc of storytelling that they did with Harry Potter, because growing up as a kid, one of my favorite series was Percy Jackson. It's this kid that's in a broken home, and he finds out that there's something crazy about him. That's how it's been with Harry Potter. Broken home, finds out he's crazy special. That's awesome. Hobbit doesn't have that. It kind of has that with, Star Wars, but obviously that broken home ends up being a villain. And with Luke, obviously it's not the same storytelling in the way in which it's done with Harry Potter. But I know it's hard to say. Obviously I love all 3, and I know all 3 very well, like the back of my hand, because I've read the comics, I've read all the books multiple times, except, like I said, haven't finished through all of them. But I just love them all so much. But I would say Lord of the Rings is it's great, and Star Wars is great, but Harry Potter's number 1 for me, man. I got a rainbow Pikachu from... Hey, man, you could go on for hours counter-arguing and arguing everything I say, so it's hard to say. I want to give, like, a full breakdown, but we'd be here forever. I got a rainbow Pikachu from my first Vivid Voltage booster box. I'm going to keep it forever. Bro, after that point, bro, you never open a Vivid booster box ever again, because that's all you need. I got an Alt-Art Rider from Calric, still not my favorite set. Hey, that's still a great pull. Yeah, I pulled the Blaziken. I've pulled the Galarian Slow King. I've pulled the... I've pulled a bunch of good pulls, dude. Johnny's down? Sweet, dude. Yeah, I'll definitely message out to you guys. You volunteer as well? Okay, I'll after the stream, I will make it, and then I'll have you guys volunteer for the census. That'd be sweet, dude. Agreed, Hobbit movies were garbage. Lord of the Rings was mint. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, the original 3, it's untouchable. You can't really argue those 3. They're masterpieces. But Lord of the Rings, you take a 292-page book and you break it into 3 movies, which should have been 1. Come on, man. I mean, I think the direction they went with the actors was great. But when you talk about you just span a movie out and you start putting in interest, like a love interest that was never originally, like, talked about in the book, and then you've got, like, the Brown Wizard who was not actually included in the original Hobbit, like... Sorry, I'm gonna get heated about it because I'm very passionate about the Hobbit. Looks like Ash. Yeah, no, it's not Ash, dude. It does look like it. That's why it threw me off, because I almost thought about it. Adrian, yo, resident hater. Have you even watched Harry Potter and Star Wars? I used to be a huge hater of Harry Potter growing up. Thought it was the nerdiest thing. And then one day when I was a little kid, I was like 10 or 11. My brother and I shared a room up until high school, like literally until like senior year of high school. And he wanted to listen to listening books on tape when I was like 11, and I refused to listen to Harry Potter. I was like, no. My mom said, you listen one night, and if you listen this night and don't like Harry Potter, then then we can have your brother like listen to it on earbuds or something. And straight up, after listening to it, I was the one that ended up going through and reading all the books after hating Harry Potter so much, bro. Oh god, love Percy Jackson. Yo, and they bombed the movies. They didn't even keep it accurate. Athena was not... Athena's, they didn't even get her hair color right. Oh my gosh. Or Athena's daughter. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot her name. It's been so long, but going to put Harry Potter cards up on the mart. Yeah, right, dude. They're pretty cool. I want Camp Half-Blood to be real when I was a kid. Yo, that would be so cool. That would be so lit. God, I miss Percy Jackson, dude. That was such a good book. I'm actually going to do Orlando in a couple weeks. Hit up Harry Potter World. Second time, love it there. So Harry Potter World is so much better. Well, I've been to Orlando. I haven't been to the one in California, but Harry Potter World in Orlando is so much better because it's such a bigger park. They have so much more they can do with it because they have Diagon Alley and they don't have that in California. And it's so cool. Diagon Alley is so cool. I love the immersiveness of Harry Potter World. Like, Galaxy's Edge is cool, don't get me wrong. But in all honesty, the only thing I really get out of Galaxy's Edge in regards to true immersiveness when you're being there is talking about Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is probably one of the best rides in the park, if not the best ride in the park for Disneyland and Disney World. So that, it's hard to compete with from a ride perspective. But when you're talking about like an actual immersiveness, you're like, oh my God, Millennium Falcon, that's so cool. Not really much else that it's really truly providing in regards to. They do have one of the rides in Disney World where they do have Star Tour and you're sitting over an AT&T walker, which is kind of cool, but nothing cool in the way in which Harry Potter has. But that's because Harry Potter World is so much bigger, and that's why it's really hard to compare. Because if it was probably bigger, they could probably do more with it. They could probably do more with it. Percy Jackson underrated because the movies are trash. Agree. Yo, Pokemon, what do you think about Breaking Bad? It doesn't matter because you need to watch Better Call Saul. It's so good. I've never watched Breaking Bad, so I can't give you my opinion, but I mean, it got a whole bunch of amazing reviews on it, so I mean, can't argue with that. I think Ash proper shows up in the Japanese promo Pikachu card from XY era, and I think it's the reference with Ash's Greninja. Ooh, that's a good point. There is a promo box called Ash's Greninja. Ash's Greninja Pokemon card. Yeah, it doesn't even have actual. It just says Ash's Greninja, but it's not actual Ash shown on the artwork. Also, before we forget, guys, because I'm gonna keep rambling here, we need to do a poll. We need to do a poll on what booster box we're going to be opening next. So for the following week of the break. So I'm going to create the poll. Whoopsie, I love it. I don't know why that accidentally happened. Which booster box should booster box era, I should say. So we're going to go, and here are 3 options. Sword, Shield. It's going to be Sun, and Moon. And then last but not least, XY. And here's going to be our first poll. We're going to leave this up for 15 minutes, and then we're going to go through the top ones that we could potentially open from these ones. Other than that, TCG is more tied to the video games and the anime. Yeah, that is fair, Digi. Is this the right time to pick up the Flareon V promo card from the premium box? There's listing for $14.24. Love the Altar cards. Hey man, I think that there's no any sort of news in regards to them printing it again, so I definitely wouldn't say it's a bad time by any means. Hey, what's up, Nostalgianomics? How's it going, brother? Just hopped on this stream about Eevee's Eva's binder or Brilliant Stars. Yeah, right, Nostalgianomics. That's so true. What's up, brother? Shout out to you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we were mentioning Eva's binders because, well, Gage, one of our boys, was down bad for her, and then also everyone else was recommending, saying that we should have her on next as one of the guests. So it appears as if a lot of the regulars for our channel actually comment frequently on hers. So we'll definitely have to have them go and spam one of her next videos. So thanks again for coming on last Thursday, by the way. I appreciate you for that. But one of the reasons I think they didn't print Serena during the XY era, but with Glory and Sword and Shield era, is they gave the opportunity. It gave them the opportunity. What do you mean by that necessarily? When it gave them the opportunity? Yeah, Nostalgianomics, Eva Stars. Yeah, those Harry Potter books were pretty solid. I listened to them on Audible. Hey, Audible does a dude. The freaking narrator for the Audible was so good too. Them allergies are always on fire. I know, I sniffle a lot. I'm sorry. It's been bad recently for sure. As a kid, I used to go to the bookstore to buy Pokemon cards and Captain Underpants, bro. That's throwback. That's so funny, man. That is so throwback. What's up, Professor Rowan? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Your We Can All Agree video had me. We All Can Agree video. I have not watched that video. I have not watched that video. Why do I do that? I always do that, and then if I just look to the side, I have them as under Pokemon investing. We all can agree on right now. I'll have to watch that video. I'll keep that bookmarked. How's the poll looking at so far, by the way, as far as first glance at which era we should be opening? So far, XY is doing it. XY is doing it, and obviously we'll take that and we'll probably go to one that is like cheap, one that's medium, one that's semi-expensive, and then one that's the most expensive is how we'll do it. Which Sword and Shield, I mean, it's pretty cheap. Sun and Moon, you're not seeing a booster box over 1,000. So XY's got a range. We could go from as cheap as like, what is cheap in XY? I mean, Breakpoint, Breakthrough, I guess, is your cheapest. They're pretty spendy. But yeah, got an honorable mention Flashfire for nostalgia too. It's not for everyone. I'll warn you. Okay, hey, we'll check it out. Don't worry. We'll give it a go. We will give it a go. Don't you worry there, good sir. Don't you worry there. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, guys. Honestly, I think it'd be really cool if we checked out the regional polls. I think regional polls could be something that could be really big. Battle Style Booster Box opening. Get out of here, Adrian. We are not doing a Battle Styles Booster Box opening. Could you imagine? Yo, at that point, we ain't offering one booster box. We're opening a booster case at that point, considering how cheap it is. And just to troll, I'll just list them at $100 freaking a booster box if you want to buy a full one. Yeah, frick you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Which era is Steam Siege? Tyrone, stop. No, Tyrone. We are not going to answer that question. We are not going to answer that question, good sir. I remember as going to 11 a kid to buy. Yo, you could buy 7-Eleven Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Dude, I never knew that. Never mind, just enjoying Pokemon's great input. I hope you're all well. Hey, I hope you're well as well, Professor. So Arena is the only anime companion that didn't get a trainer card, and I think because she was the playable create a character in XY, but since Gloria is the same for Sword and Shield, they are printing. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't really know that, did you? Hey, shout out to you for that input. That's pretty cool. I never thought about that. That is cool. I didn't know that. Battle Styles case opening. Let's go, baby. No, we're not going to do that. I know Fates Collide is still in the low 300s. That is true, nostalgia. The cheapest, how much? Yeah. It's like 320, 330, I think is what we're talking about. Here, I wonder if we can just go booster boxes for Pokemon. And we go high to low. Obviously not a lot of them, all of them are going to be listed, but so XY era, we've got Flashfire, Phantom Forces, XY booster boxes. Don't worry, we can get these for much cheaper. But this is what they're listed for. XY evolutions, and then you start getting into Sun and Moon era. We've got Team Up. We've got XY Ancient Origins. I would love to open up an Ancient Origins box, personally speaking. We've already opened Cosmic, so we're not going to open Cosmic. I'm sorry, guys. maybe we'll do that down the road again if more people want it. But Breakthrough, we could do Breakthrough if people care about it. We've got Breakpoint, we've got Primal Clash, we've got Celestial Storm. Ooh, Celestial Storm's a good one. Unbroken Bonds, we have yet to do Unbroken Bonds as a full booster box. Burning Shadows, we could do that. We're doing Roaring Skies this week. We've already done Unified Minds. Ultra Prism, we have yet to do that. Lost Thunder, we haven't done that. Forbidden Light, XY Fates Collide, Guardians Rising, and then now we start getting into the crappy boxes or the Sword and Shield era. Sword and Shield booster box, could do an Evolving Skies one if you guys want that. Steam Siege, Over My Dead Body, does it for the memes, could you imagine? Sun Moon Base, Rebel Clash, Crimson Invasion, yuck, 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 and then you guys already know the other ones. But yeah, those are kind of the main ones in the XY / Sword and Shield era. Yeah, because I mean, you got Sun Moon Base, Guardian Rising, Shining Legends, obviously. I mean, it'd be cool if we did like a specialty opening, but that'd be pretty expensive if we're trying to just open a bunch of Shining Legends packs. Do Ancient Origins pre-release case. Oh, dude, there's no way we could afford a pre-release case for Ancient Origins. Yeah, right. You know what you could do? Open a mix of Fusion, BS, Chilling Reign, and have each spot grab a mix of 3. I could do that, but I don't know the demand for that because of how much people don't really care about the sets. So I don't, and for me personally, it would be more fun if we opened up an older one. Like Sword and Shield, I obviously put that up there. Preferably, if we were to do it, it'd probably be like an Evolving Skies kind of thing. But it's not like that's not the main focus on what we're really trying to look for. You know what I mean? Like, it's mainly just the older booster boxes from either Sun and Moon or XY is kind of what we're preferencing. But if you guys love Evolving Skies so much, then Evolving Skies or Brilliant was kind of what we're looking for mainly. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, we could do that. If the demand's there, Adrian, then I'd be open to it because I can't say no to what you guys want. But so looking at Sun and Moon, looking at 250 Lily card, 120 Rose, do you think Marnie will hit that? Because 40 seems really cheap right now in Marnie's price. I definitely could see Marnie going really expensive in the future, 100% Digi. I definitely see that. What's up, John Rez? How we doing? Once we pick the set, when can we buy the pack? So what I'll do, Lord Bulbasaur, what I'll do is I will, once we pick the set, I'll either list it today or shortly thereafter is what I'm going to do. But so right now, we've got 37 votes. XY era is absolutely destroying. So I'm going to go with XY era. And then we're going to do expensive, semi-expensive, medium price, and cheap. That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to end this poll. We're going to say XY era is the choice. And this is going to be what we're going to do for the following week. Which booster box set should we break? And then here are our options. I know one of them is going to be prime, and maybe this is bias. Ancient Origins is going to be one of them. Like I said, maybe it's biased. And if we can talk about Fates Collide is probably going to be the cheapest one. So Fates Collide will probably be the cheapest one. We'll say for the expensive one, I feel like we'll go. What do we want for another one? Do we want to offer Phantom Forces or Furious Fists? Here, what's everyone else saying? Hey, thanks for stopping by, Northwoods. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, he said hi earlier, Nostalgia. Wow. So Fates Collide, Ancient Origins. What are the other two you guys think we should pick? We could do Evolutions, we could do Breakpoint, we could do Breakthrough, we could do Primal Clash, we could do Phantom Forces, Furious Fist, Flashfire, and XY Base. So I could probably find Furious Fist under 1,000, so that could be in this semi-expensive category, because we've got Fates Collide around the 300. We've got Ancient Origins probably around 600. Then I would say Furious Fist is probably going to be a little bit more than that. So I don't know if you want that to be the expensive option and then do like a breakpoint breakthrough, but I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. I want a little bit of input from you guys before I put in the other ones for what we could do on the polling. How much would a pack be if we did flash fire? Expensive. Pretty spendy if we were to do flash fire. Flash fire booster boxes are averaging around 3,000 to 2,500. So if we were to just say 2,500 is how much I'd be spending, you divide that by 36, it's going to be around $70. Please no evolutions. Yeah, we won't do that. So it looks like evolutions. No one wants evolutions. I see primal. I see a lot of phantom forces. We could probably get phantom forces for around 1,500, which if you do 1,500 for phantom forces, that would be how much a pack? 36. That would be around $41, $42. Damn, all this hate for evolutions, Adrian. I mean, it's pretty over open, so I can understand that. So Phantom Forces seems like, how much for Primal? Here, let me put up Phantom Forces then. So we'll put Phantom Forces because that seems popular. Primal Clash from John Boy. Primal Clash. John Boy saying Primal Clash. We're already doing Roaring Skies, CJ. Otherwise, I would mention that. We're actually already doing Roaring Skies this upcoming Sunday. Otherwise, we would. How much would we offer for Primal Clash? John Boy says, ooh, probably around 400. The set with the bronze on break. All right, Tyrone is just a freaking troll at this point. That's so funny. Hey, shout out to you for remembering that, my guy. So we've got Phantom Forces, we've got Fates Collide, we've got Ancient Origins, and then we need one more. We could go Primal Clash, we could go Furious Fist, or we could go with one of the break ones. So here's what I'll do. I'll go through. I'm starting to like Steam Siege. Adrian's like, yo, it's pretty cheap. Let's do it. Cool, just joined. That's good to know. Yeah, no, we are already doing that as well. Otherwise, I totally would. So here, I'll go through and show the main big hitters, and then we'll go back. So high to low, main big hitter is you've got a Gyarados for Breakpoint, a Shiny Gyarados, and then you've got an Espeon full art, a Darkrai full art, and then a Manaphy full art. That's kind of your main pullers. Oh, and a Scizor, a Mega Scizor, and a Mega Scizor full art. So that's what you get from Breakpoint. Breakthrough, it's mainly going to be Mewtwo. So you've got Mewtwo EX full art, two different variations of full art. Mewtwo, more Mewtwo, and then Houndoom, and then Mega Glalie. That's what your kind of main ones for Breakthrough. I do all my breaks on Sundays, Lord Bulbasaur. Face Collide has Evolutions and Mega Alakazam and Ulslorden. Yeah, no, it's a good one. Yo, Eva's Binders. Yo, she just chimed in. That's so funny, dude. Yo, Eva, you probably already heard we were, I don't know if you just chimed in or people have been freaking adding you, but I've been getting absolutely PM'd by my group of followers. Basically, they all commented on your last video and they're like, yo, you should totally check out Eva's channel. If you're down on doing an interview this either upcoming Thursday, if that's too early, I understand, the following Thursday or somewhere in the future, just whatever day works best for you, let me know. I would love it if you were to come on the channel and we could do like kind of like an interview, or if you want me to come on yours, I would absolutely love that. So if you're down for a collab, you can either send me you can either ping me on Discord, join our Discord server, links in the description below, or if you want to add me on Instagram, and just go in my DMs, let me know. But I'd absolutely love it if that's something you'd be interested in. What's up, Patrick? Hope all is well. Do you think it's a good idea to invest in Evolving Skies product other than the booster boxes? The ETBs and build battles haven't moved much. I mean, the build battles have moved a decent amount. Obviously, yeah, the ETBs haven't moved a ton compared to the booster boxes. That's a good question. I would say yes, but you never know as far as what the future is going to hold on which one's going to perform better. But especially if there's a potential reprint for Evolving Skies booster boxes compared to Elite Trainer boxes. Only the future will tell us. but I would say probably not. LOL, nobody messaged me. I just tuned in when I saw live and sure I'll add you on Insta. Sweet. Yeah, no, literally the whole first half an hour, Eva, was literally me getting spammed by have Eva's binders on the stream. Have Eva's binders on the stream. So that's so funny that you just so happen to stop by. Where did Gage go? Yeah, we were flaming Gage because Gage was a little down bad. Yo, Gage, you're here, bro. Eva's in the chat. Sweet, yeah, it's just Pokemon USA. You should find me. Obviously, it's the same logo for everything. Thoughts on sleeve booster packs versus booster box? The same price per dollar point. Well, it depends. Are you talking opening? Or are you talking about investing? If you're talking investing, then I always go booster boxes over sleeved, unless we're talking about pre-weighted era. Pre-weighted era, you're going to get so much more value off of sleeved. But of course, it also depends on what your spending amount is. If you're able to spend $5,000 on, let's say, a Diamond and Pearl booster box, go with the booster box. If you're like, I only got around $250, you can get a sleeved blister and they will do well because you can't weigh them. So that's what's great about it. But yeah, we got Nostalgianomics. Northwoods just left, so man, we've got a lot of homies here today. Yeah, even making the rounds on YouTube, that's for sure. Gage ran away. What the frick, Gage? Where you at, bro? All right, so we need to get back on topic though. Phantom Forces, Fates Collide, Ancient Origins. Which one do you guys think we should list up? Should we list Primal Clash? Should we list Breakpoint? Should we list Breakthrough? Should we list Furious Fist? Those are going to be kind of our 4 that I would say we should really stick to. Let's say Ultra Modern. I mean, Ultra Modern will do fine, Pika. Don't get me wrong. Like, the value of them is great, and the reprint on them is not going to be super, like, heavy. But if you want to go back and take a look at, like, let's take a look at, what's a good set we can compare? Let's take a look at a Sun and Moon era set like Unbroken Bonds. No, Unbroken Bonds had a reprint. Do we want to do a reprint? Yeah, we want to compare one to one that's had a reprint. Ooh, Unified Minds will probably be a perfect example. So we take a look at Unified Minds, right? Unified Minds booster box. Let's say you get it for $80. And let's say the cheapest you could get the sleeve blisters for was $3. If we just go sealed product and we do like just a comparison to the current value of the sleeve blisters, why can I not find them? Are you kidding me? Why can I not find the sleeve blisters, bro? It's only showing the check lane blisters. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? Are they not going to show them? Do I have to go with something else? Maybe with like a Cosmic Eclipse? But then Cosmic, it's not going to be as good of a comparison, though. Because Cosmic didn't have a reprint. Do they only have the check lane blisters? Dang, that's upsetting. Why can I not find check lane blisters? Let me see if I can look up Unified Minds. We're gonna do Unified Minds blister. See if that'll pop up. Wow, it's not popping up, man. That is incredible. Huh, that's lame. I wish we could see that. Dang. So we can't use any information for Ultra Modern then. Maybe Lost Thunder? But Lost Thunder obviously had more products show up, so even then I don't think that'll be a good example. Or am I just looking and realizing that they just didn't do Sun and Moon era like sleeve blisters? They only did the... Huh, that's so weird. I know that... You know what? We could do XY era, I guess. We could do XY era, and let's do something like a... Let's do something like a Breakpoint. Breakpoint I know had sleeve blisters. Confirmed 100%. No denying it. So if they are not showing it up, then they're just not showing up. The sleeve blisters aren't there. I know for a fact they had sleeve blisters. We don't have the data on it, dude. Let's go with, here's what we'll do. We'll do Cosmic Eclipse sleeve blisters, and this should hopefully answer your question. Or sorry, Unified Minds. If we go Unified Minds sleeve blister. Oh, he was just getting roasted, Eva, because he said, yo, Eva kind of bad, and we're just making fun of him for saying he was down bad, that's all. Has anyone mentioned as well? What's up, Julio? Hope all is well. All is well for you, brother. Hey, sorry, I don't think I responded to your message yet, but did you send me your information? I should be able to ship out your packs either today or tomorrow. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, so sleeve blisters, a lot of one. They're going for around, what are they selling for? That's what's important to know. What are they selling for? So if you look at sold items, they're selling for around $15 each if you buy them individually, or if you buy as an art set, they're selling for about $12.50. So here's something you want to ask yourself. $12.50, right? That's how much we're seeing they're currently selling for. We go Unified Minds and we take a look and see how much it's sold for as an individual pack. A couple bucks more, right? If you're buying a booster box, right, at around $86, let's say that's the cheapest you bought it for, 86. You say $385. Let's just go with you probably get it for $350. Divided by 86, you're talking about a 4x return, right? If you're saying you bought the packs for around, we'll say $350, so slightly above what is, or below what is MSRP. You say $350, and they're currently going for around $12.50. We'll say 13 to make it even. Divided by 3.5. Then your rate of return is going to be slightly less. So in regards to ultra modern speaking, sleeve blisters are going to do fine. They'll do fine, but they're not doing as strong as the Unified Mind booster box. And the Unified Mind booster box went through multiple reprints. So we had a reprint for it actually during COVID. It wasn't a massive one, but it still brought the price down, and then it still rebounded extremely strong. So the value you're going to get from getting a booster box in ultra modern compared to the sleeved, it's just not going to be as good. But if you're talking sleeve during like pre-weighted era, then that's where you're going to get it better. But what was I going to say? All right, so I don't see a lot of people saying what we should do for the fourth option. So I will just list the fourth option myself. We're going to say Phantom Forces, Fates Collide, Ancient Origins, a more affordable one between all of the XY. What am I doing? A more affordable option, Advanced Search. For XY era, if we were to choose, I would say probably would be, do I want to do Primal Clash? We'll do Primal Clash. We'll list Primal Clash. Why not? All right, Primal Clash. Phantom Forces, Fates Collide, Ancient Origins, Primal Clash. Those are going to be our 4 picks. For those that want to know what are in these things. Fates Collide. This is going to be the cheapest one. We could probably sell this for around, I mean, it's going for around $300. We're probably going to be able to sell it for around $8 a pack. $8.30 a pack. Best pull, Umbreon, Alakazam, Umbreon, Glaceon, Alakazam. So if you're a huge fan of Alakazam, you like the Umbreon, you like the Glaceon full art, this is going to be the set for you. If you are a huge fan of Gen 3, Ancient Origins has a shiny Rayquaza, Mega Shiny Rayquaza. It has a Mega Shiny, it has a Mega Primal Groudon. And then it also has a Primal Kyogre, has a EX Giratina, has a Mega Sceptile, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Ampharos. So if you're a huge Gen 3 fan, this is probably going to be the one you like the most because it has all the gorgeous Mega artworks. Primal Clash, however, that one's going to cost around $700 a booster box. So if we were to just say, let's just say 700 divided by 36, you're probably looking at paying around $20 a pack. Primal Clash booster box is the cheaper option. You still get the Mega Primal, Groudon, Kyogre, and the EX variations, and a Mega Gardevoir, Sharpedo, and Aggron, but you're not going to be able to get the Mega Rayquaza. So if that's something that does affect it, then I understand. But of course, the booster box prices will be cheaper because it's around $400 divided by 36. We're going to say probably going to be around $11 a pack. Then lastly, for the final booster box, Phantom Forces, I could probably get it for around $1,500 if I were to say. It has a Silver Dialga, only silver card to ever be made. It's got the Gengar. If you're a huge Gengar fan, it's got it. If you love Dialga or just want a cool silver card, it's got some pretty decent trainers. It's got the Mega Manectric. And yeah, Gengar fan, Silver Dialga, Manectric, a couple other cards that are kind of cool. So we're saying 1,500 is how much that would be costing. So you divide that by 36, you're talking about 41 bucks. So basically the price range that we're kind of discussing, if you're going with the Phantom Forces, it's going to be around, we're going to be probably paying around $42. If you're going with Fates Collide, you're probably going to be paying around $8. If you're going with Ancient Origins, we're probably going to be paying around 20 bucks. And if you're going with Primal Clash, we're probably going to be paying around 11, 12 bucks. So that's going to kind of be the range on what we're talking about. Wow, Ancient Origins is getting absolutely slapped. Actually, we only have 9 votes. So that's, I don't know why I'm saying that. But yeah, that'll kind of be it. All right, now I need to go back and start reading some comments now that I have that out of the way. But you also have to take into account the effort and extra cost it would take to sell 1 booster box versus 36 sleeve boosters. Even the value is equal. That's another great point that Digi has mentioned. Nostalgianomics, just waking up and drinking coffee and watching content before work. What about you, dude? Cool, thanks for the math check. Totally, we'll check out for a few sets. See the ROR. Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I literally just did the math on screen. You can always do the math for yourself. It's pretty simple to be able to do that. Yeah. I would sell sleeve boosters by the case. That's another good thing to consider as well, Pika, to put in less. It would cost less work for you to do that for sure. Yeah, booster box does store better as well. I used to sell sleeve blisters all the time. I used to sell a ton of Fates Collide and Breakpoint sleeve blisters. But I'm the guy who picks booster boxes over ETBs, so take what I say with a grain of salt. That's funny. Hey man, I mean, booster boxes, don't get me wrong, like, they're not a bad investment. I think the displayability of the ETBs is just something that I enjoy far greater. However, one thing you also have to take into consideration is when it comes to storage, long term, how easy is it going to be for you to store something like a booster box versus an Elite Trainer box case? Because it's a lot bigger of an item. So there's so many different pros and cons, that's for sure. There are so many different pros and cons. So where are we right now in the live stream as well? All right, we've been going for a little bit over. So we'll probably say, how much time has the poll been running for? Poll has been running for approximately 5 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll let the poll run for about another, I'll say once we hit around 30 plus votes, then we'll end it. We're at 13 right now, so once we hit another 30 votes, we'll probably get to a point of where we'll end the stream near. But I want to get a nice poll so we can get everything all figured out for the following live stream. I got the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs. Hey, I mean, the Pokemon Center ETBs, you guys know where my stance has been on that. Would you invest in a Build and Battle Stadium instead of an ETB sealed collection? I think an ETB versus Build and Battle Stadium data video would be cool. So the only thing I can say to that, Anthony, is Build and Battle Stadiums are extremely new. So the value on it, or the data, I should say, not the value, is very limited. And from what we've seen so far, the price to buy Build and Battles compared to what we've seen, the highest price point, is totally not anywhere near worth it. Even the worst performing Elite Trainer boxes have never gone at wholesale price. ETBs have never got to wholesale. Wholesale's around 25, 26, sometimes 27 bucks. I've never seen one break below 28 or 29 bucks. Never, ever seen that. Versus Build and Battles, the wholesale price is $40. A lot of them are below wholesale. So just off of pure value on what your entry point is for ETBs, if you are buying them at wholesale prices, you're going to have a lot. It's going to be very rare that you see something like that happen. But that's just from my opinion. We could do a video of it later down the line when we have more history and see. But the displayability value as well compared to the booster box, Elite Trainer box versus the Build and Battle. Build and Battles are literally the same print work as a booster box. The only difference is it's made like an ETB. Pika and the displayability of the sleeve booster case is 0. Very true. That is very true as well. Yeah, displayability, man. No one ever considers that. Displayability is something that's very important to really consider. So displayability is important, to say the least. I bought Battle Styles for 26 each. Hey, Wrath, shout out to you for buying for that cheap. Did they ever... Here, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Since Wrath said that, I think it's good that we should point this out because I don't want to just be spewing out of my butt. Let's take a look. If we go to Battle Styles, and obviously you can find them cheaper elsewhere. You can probably see LGSs that are like, yo, we're just trying to offload product. But even then, that's still not below MSRP, but... if we go back to, which one's the worst performing one? We'll look at the worst performing one, right? And we'll just see from a chart, what's the cheapest we've seen it on here. Cheapest we've seen around $30. But this is where Polkadata.io comes in handy. Polkadata.io, we'll go with sets. If we go sets with Polkadata.io, we'll go with Battle Styles. And then we will go with, oh, we need to go seal product. What am I doing? What am I doing? Battle Styles Elite Trainer Box. So if we just look at the overall history, the cheapest we can see it go for from a charting perspective is around literally $30. Like basically $30. Oh, no, $27.50. Ooh, there was some sales history, $27.50. So it did go a little bit lower than what we were anticipating. But still, I mean, you see booster boxes that go for sub, like a Battle Styles booster box, for example, $86 is how much I was buying them for. I saw you be able to pick them up for as low as the 70s, mid-70s. Battle Styles ETBs, $26. That's a great deal. That's literally at a slightly above wholesale or at wholesale, but it never broke below, to my knowledge. So that's kind of another thing to consider. Investment side, booster sleeved, good for birthday goodies bags. That's for sure. Yo, I should start doing that, man. Just birthday goodie bags. Start handing out like Pokemon cards and stuff. I got so much Pokemon product and so many things I could do with them. They actually are good for trading and easier to lug around a few packs over a booster box in LGS. I mean, you can break them open. Obviously, that is. Versus breaking open a freaking booster box is going to destroy its value. So that's something you want to always consider. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think the ETBs are just, they're a lot safer. They're just harder to store. They're just harder to store for sure. So, but it's also a lot more affordable too for people to master set ETBs versus booster boxes. Like, you literally tell me that right now Battle Styles like ETBs are a third to half the price of what a booster box is going for. And once you get into the Sun and Moon era, that's where you start having a conversation about how expensive some of them are. And sure, some of the some of the diamond or the black and white era and XY eras can get pretty spendy because they're super rare, but it doesn't go as far back as the booster boxes, so there's not as many to be able to collect. But on a side note, mini tins make good Easter eggs. Hey, that's pretty cool, Digi Smith. Ooh, I like that, Digi. Wow, bro. When I have kids, you guys are giving me ideas. Storage is definitely an issue for me. Don't have much space. Yeah, that's a big thing to consider. If storage is an issue, then booster boxes all the way. Booster boxes are easy if you got storage issues. Just from an investment perspective, I like ETBs, but I have the storage for that, so it's definitely understandable. But all right, where are we on the poll? Where are we on the poll currently? So we take a look. We are currently at we're at 19. We've only been going for 11 minutes. Yeah, I'll give it another 10 minutes and then we'll probably end. But we're at Ancient Origins at 37, but I mean, God, 19 votes. That can be easily swayed. No question. That can be easily swayed. Gotta make space. Yeah, that's for sure, dude. Pokeball Easter eggs. Dude, I have so many Pokeballs. Same here, Pika. I need to buy more shelves and stuff so I can throw it in the garage. Yeah, I mean, you guys have seen my video where I did a breakdown of my collection. Oh, here's a question for you guys. What would you guys think about me doing collection videos where I show off my collection? Because I have a lot of just like showing to the side right now. Like, I obviously showed that. I have a lot of like Diamond and Pearl era, like just individual cards that I could show off for my collection. if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. Binder collection. Obviously, I can show you what I have in my closet that I haven't shown, but if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. So I could make a video about that. Probably wouldn't perform as well, but I think it'd be cool to do a video about that. It could be cool to do a video about that. At the 10 minutes, you'll say, give it another 10 minutes. Let's not go, Tom. Let's not do that. Well, I mean, we're at 21 votes now, and like I mentioned before, I was hoping to shoot for 30, so we're pretty close to 30. You could probably just do some shorts on your collection. Yeah. So Godway says, so price will crash. So Godway, I would say that there's an expectation that the price could potentially go down for Brilliant Star based on the fact that we've got reprints coming out this week and then in the following week. So the expectation is definitely possible, but we'll see. So yeah, most of my collection as it stands right now, it's either sealed Sun and Moon / Ultra Modern booster boxes, and then I've got a couple of loose pack art sets from Diamond and Pearl. I've got a booster box from Diamond and Pearl. I've got a bunch of singles from Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl is mainly what you're talking about, right? I do have a ton of black and white, like reverse hollows and hollows as well. Graded wise, I don't have a ton of graded, surprisingly. But that's just because the price have been going down so much, and all my ones that were super spendy because the price went up so much, I sold them at their peak so that I could buy them in cheaper after the crash. But would it be live or pre-recorded? It would probably be pre-recorded. Because I'd be able to edit it better that way. Also as well, pre-recording versus live, I would have to do it. I don't know how I would pre-record it. You know what I mean? Between Funko Pops and Pokemon cards, kids, I need a whole room for just the collection. Bro, you know? That's just definitely going to be me when I move to Arizona. Do you rent a storage space? You can't possibly fit all your cases in your garage. I don't. And I can because we have a decent sized garage. That's why. We've got like a little nice back area for the garage. That's kind of one of the reasons why I'm able to do it. But yeah, I'd love to see my collection. Okay, I'll do a video. I don't know if I'll do that for Wednesday or if I'll do that down the road. I still have yet to come up with a topic for Wednesday's video. It's kind of a bummer, man. Like, market news has been so shoddy recently. Like, there's been nothing really exciting. Like, the most news we got recently in regards to Pokemon, straight up just, it literally was just the Pokemon Go stuff. Yeah, the Pokemon Go hasn't performed that strong, so definitely upsetting. I mean, like, when I should say perform that strong, I mean, like, it's not a strong topic to discuss because we only have so much information. But yeah, man, who knows? Who knows what'll be a good thing to talk about in the next couple days. I'm just waiting for either all of Astro Radiance to get revealed, more Pokemon Go product to be revealed, some sort of news about a reprint to be revealed. Like, there's so many things that could be revealed. I wouldn't be surprised if it all gets just dropped on us all at once. I think you could definitely see that happening. Dark the Undaunted, you would be amazed at how much stuff you can fit in your garage. Seriously, dude. I was thinking Eli had hundreds of cases. Well, it depends on what product. I at least have over 100 cases together if you take everything into consideration, but it's like 10 cases, ETB, booster box. It's not all one thing, you know? And to be fair, I also have a closet that I keep for storage. It's supposed to be for other things, but I have a closet that's just other product. I feel Evo, yeah, I do run a small business, so that's another factor. It's like I have to have that storage. I feel like Evo Skies ETB is coming soon. Darkness came before holiday sets. Champion's Path Vivid came before Shining Fates and Evo Skies came before Celebrations. It's possible. I don't know if I would say in the near future, like in the next couple months, but I could definitely see it happening down the road, especially since it'll not be out of rotation for standard format for at least another year. Yeah, of course, Godway. Also, is going shorted now, and it's coming before holiday sets in Pokemon Go. Yeah, it's getting wrecked right now. I mean, the fact that the set is going to be such an underprinted set, I don't know what the Pokemon company's doing, man. Like, obviously, I can give you my speculations, and I've already talked about it in my videos in depth on what I think could be happening, but we don't know 100%. Like, Cool Trainer Ryan has his whole basement full of cards. Oh, yeah. Cool Trainer Ryan has dream collections. Talk about your take on Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter, but more in depth. Yo, that would be so funny. You just like my Wednesday video. Hey, guys, so for today's Pokemon breakdown, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to give you my hot take on why Harry Potter is better than Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Like, just straight up, just start slapping at people. What did you just say? Be my most disliked video of all time. That'd be so bad. How about Japanese cards? I'm new to the hobby, but I hear they're gaining traction. I would say, Anthony, the reason why they've gained so much traction mainly just comes down to the fact that when you originally saw, wow, Phantom Forces is about to be Ancient Origins. That's crazy. They're neck and neck. Oh, really, dude? Oh, why do we gotta rule by majority? Why do you guys gotta do that to me? Why do you guys gotta do that to me? I'm gonna have to bring it down to Phantom Forces versus Ancient Origins. That's what you guys are gonna make me do. You guys are gonna make me go for another 20 minutes because I'm gonna say we're gonna have to redo the poll and we're gonna have to choose between Phantom Forces or Ancient Origins. And then I'm gonna put the prices. Here's what I'm going to do, because you guys are the best. Hold on one second. I'll answer your question. Which box should we break? So we'll say Phantom Forces. We'll say $42-ish. And then we'll say Primal Clash, or sorry, Ancient Origins. All right, you guys made me do it. We literally went neck and neck. As soon as we hit 30, it went neck and neck. Now we're going to go on for another 10 minutes or so. That's hilarious. Whoa, Eli. Are you saying controversial stuff? Are you saying that you believe Harry Potter's better than Star Wars? You mother... Oh my gosh. But sorry, Anthony, going back to it. The reason why Japanese cards picked up so much traction was because, especially during Evolving Skies time, Evolving Skies booster box prices were so expensive. And a lot of people basically wanted to get their hands on a lot of Evolving Skies stuff. So what did they do? They went to EV Heroes. And basically you started to see, prior to that, a pickup in Japanese like sealed product, but it wasn't really until when booster box prices got extremely expensive. So technically you could say Viv Voltage. You could say, that was where we really saw kind of a steam pickup in booster box prices. But really, it just was the price of standard English being so expensive that people wanted to get it at a cheaper price. And so they were able to do so with Japanese. But what's crazy about it is Japanese prices are so much cheaper compared to English prices, and so they drove the price up even more, because if you take a look at the MSRP rate for a booster box from Japan, it's like actual MSRP is around like $45-ish. English is double that. In Japanese, you typically get 30 packs instead of 36. So people saw that as a value, but they didn't realize you get less cards, pull rates are higher. People like that. And so because of it, they drove the price up to where if you actually look at it from a percentage perspective, Japanese typically, not including shipping, is going to be actually a better long-term investment if you do get it at MSRP. good luck finding an MSRP, especially if you live in the States, because it's going to be really hard to find that, because most places like Ninden and other Japanese sites are at a point right now where they're able to charge those premium prices. I remember when I bought like 20 cases of EV Heroes, they canceled my order completely, refunded, said they didn't have enough because they were not anticipating the demand. They completely canceled my order, and then basically jacked up the prices and doubled them, and said that they had supply still. So it was kind of scummy what they did, but that's just why Japanese is so much more expensive now, because a lot of demand was picked up from it when English was too much for people to pay. Why don't you pick for us, Eli, and call it a day? Because I am a firm believer in the idea that I don't want how do I want to say this? I don't want a tyranny of the majority. So basically, if you're telling me that 34%, hypothetically speaking, picked Ancient Origins and 33% picked Phantom Forces, then all of a sudden I'm going to have now 33% of people feeling like they just got screwed out. So I'd much rather have it be we just do a redraw and the two most popular ones now get voted on, and hope that it's like a 70-30 or 80-20, because that way it at least feels like there's more people that are kind of like wanting it. Of course, it's currently 50-50. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, this is incredible, dude. And people are willing to pay the $42-ish. That's incredible. You know what it sounds like we might need to do, guys? We might need to do a double booster box break. That's what it really sounds like. We could make that one week be Ancient Origins and another week be Phantom Forces, if this is what it comes down to. That way people don't feel like they're missing out. So, because I would love to do Ancient Origins, and I could do pre-orders for like multiple weeks in advance. Probably Japanese Exposure. Hey, that's true. Japanese Exposure also did a lot. Wow, prices for EV Heroes has already gone up a lot. Exactly, Koga. EV Heroes is incredible. Phantom Forces all day. Let's get that Silver Dialga. Yeah, dude, I want that Silver Dialga so bad. I would love to get that Silver Dialga, but honestly, I love Ancient Origins too. They're such amazing sets. That's why I think it's good Phantom Forces and Ancient Origins the last two, because you can't go wrong with either sets. Obviously, Ancient Origins is going to be half the price to open, but I mean, you still got so many great pulls from each set. Yeah, going back to it with Ancient Origins, I mean, I'm a huge Gen 3 fan. My first ever Pokemon game I ever got was Sapphire. So I absolutely love Ancient Origins because love Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. So also a huge Gen 4 fan, so I love Giratina. Sceptile, an amazing starter. Tyranitar, one of my favorite Pokemon. Ampharos is kind of cool. Kyurem, I mean, you've got great pulls you could potentially get. Don't get me wrong, like it's an amazing set. But then trying to compare it as well to Phantom Forces. I mean, Phantom Forces, man. It's got that Silver Dialga, and it's one of its kind. So that's literally the big hitter. This is it. You want this all day. Such a gorgeous card. I'd be interested to see the population report on it. Let's actually look that up. I would love to see Phantom Forces population report. Let's take a look. So if we go Phantom Forces, talk about the population report, we can see that the population report for the Nani? Is this XY base or Phantom Forces? Why is it? I picked XY. I was like, that's not right. There we go. 2014 Phantom Forces. So the Full Art Dialga, there's 50 and a 10. So that's a decent amount. 51 for the Mega. 15, man, pretty low pop. Pretty low pop, all things considered. Ancient Origins, I'd love to see what the pop on that one is too. Ancient Origins population report. So for the Full Art Mega Rayquaza, 217. Yeah, such a higher population for Mega Rayquaza, or for that era. Yeah, definitely higher. That's for sure. So, double. John says double. Bulbasaur says double. Sapphire was a great game. Yeah, I agree, dude. Sapphire was phenomenal. I'm glad that was the first game I ever played, because I will tell you what, having that be my first Pokemon game, Gen 3 was such an amazing era. Such an amazing era. But yeah, my first game I ever played was Sapphire. My second game I ever played was Platinum. Then it was Leaf Green. Then it was Pokemon Black. Or sorry, no, it was White. Then it was White 2. Then it was Heart Gold Soul, or I got Heart Gold. Then I got I got Y, and then I beat Y, and then thought Y was kind of mid. And then I came back for Omega Ruby, because I had Sapphire as a kid, so I wanted the opposite. And then I didn't get Sun and Moon. I've never played Sun and Moon. It just didn't look fun to me. So I skipped Sun and Moon, and then I came back again with Sword and Shield. So, Purple, wow, you still on? Right, I know. We've been going for a while, dude. We've been going for a lot longer than I usually go for. Can I get on the live stream, though? Hey, it's possible. I mean, it's definitely something we could do that online. All right, we've got Phantom Forces and Ancient Origins neck and neck. Man, this is crazy. We've got such a neck and neck vote. All right, here's what we're going to do. 3 o'clock is we're cutting it off. Whatever it is, that's what we're going for. We can talk about doing a double. We can talk about doing a double break down the line. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to say, once it hits 3 o'clock, gotta go, because I need food. I've got so much stuff I need to do today, but I want that Dialga too, that's for sure, Eva. Aegis Slash will get its due later when they announce the Pokemon Unite TCG set. The Pokemon Unite TCG set, that's so funny. Phantom Force is the best. Very great looking boys. Yeah, Phantom Force is incredible. Dude, I don't... I mean, I could try and do a double. If it sells out, then I will do a double, no doubt about it. It's just got to sell. Great stream, man. Later, everyone. Can't wait for the stream. Hey, I appreciate you, Nostalgenomics. And then I don't know if Eva has mentioned, or if she's PM'd me on Instagram, but if she has, I will make sure that when I get off stream, I will, we can have it. Yep, it looks like you have. I think. I do have a request. Consider yourself PM'd. Lol, that's funny. All right, sweet. Yeah, I'll make sure we can find it. We can definitely discuss and find out what is going to be the best time for the both of us. So I usually do Tuesdays and Thursdays. If those times or dates don't work for you, then obviously we can always figure something out. So I know the stream will definitely be more than happy to have you on no matter what. What was I gonna say? Yes. All right, where are we looking at right now? Ancient Origins slightly beating. Crazy, man. Very rare box. Good for the market to provide more scarcity to Phantom Forces product and get that Gengar. That's for sure, dude. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's a super duper low pop. So if we could hit that silver, I'm curious what the pull rate is for that silver Dialga. It'd be interesting to see. So, I mean, if we could pull it, that'd be so crazy. That'd be so crazy if we could pull it. Man, I would love to pull that card. What time Thursday? It would be around the same time, probably around 1. I would say Bulbasaur, but we haven't confirmed anything. Obviously, like I said, she just messaged me. I'll make sure to message her back on Instagram. We can talk about it. But that's kind of what we're looking at. But all right, we got about 3 more minutes. God, I'm so hungry, guys. That would be dank. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm fine with doing both. If people want both, we can do both. I just obviously don't want to end up like holding the bag on an extremely expensive booster box. My last couple have sold out, so I could take that risk 100%, no problem. So, and I can list them both on the site. Obviously, I say ish, so that'll also be a factor, But all right, I think I'm being honest with you guys. I think I'm going to end it a little early because I am hungry. I've been working all day, and I am ready to go eat some food, and then I have an appointment at 4. So what we're going to say for now is, obviously, it's between Ancient Origins, Phantom Forces. I'll come up with an idea to incorporate if we can do a double box break. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. I'll kind of do it. But as far as it goes, thank you guys all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Can't thank you guys enough so much once again for the love and support. As always, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and then be subscribed as well if you want to enter into our weekly giveaways. We are giving away 12 Brilliant Star booster packs, 3 winners each and every week. Since you can comment and like on each video, multiple ways to enter and then multiple opportunities to win. So honestly, so many things. Or so many opportunities for you guys to be able to win products. So really exciting, really amazing to have you guys all be so supportive and a part of the channel, as I wouldn't be able to do without you guys. And then obviously, Eva, I'll make sure to reach out to you. We'll have that conversation about when we can have you on the stream. I'm excited for that. But yeah, purple's like one more 50-50. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Until then, I will see you guys